Hi, I'm Rodar, but most people call me Ro. I'm a sapphire dragonborn who was separated from my true parents when I was just a newborn. My adopted parents own Singing Hill Ranch, just outside of Triboar. They found me in their grain field with my parents nowhere to be seen. I spent my life wondering where my true parents are, and who they are. I hope to be reunited with them and to find them in my travels someday. Both of my adopted parents are worshippers of Thor, god of thunder. They took my appearance as a gift from Thor for their show of devotion. I was raised to worship Thor as they did. Most people would say I look scary and mean due to a huge scar across my face, but it wasn't from battle as you would think. I actually got it while tilling the fields of the farm. When the tiller hit a rock, I tripped and cut my face open against an old stump that was uprooted. Funny story when you think about it now, but wasn't so funny when I got it. Anyways, I may look intimidating, but deep down, I'm a softie. I like to keep to myself for the most part since I was sheltered growing up. My adopted parents didn't want anyone seeing me since I'm a sapphire dragonborn. Don't see many of my kind around here. I usually wear a long cloak with a hood when in town to try to obscure my identity. I do get strange looks occasionally, but people leave me alone. My parents have had livestock go missing randomly overnight. Haven't seen any remains or signs of how they've gone missing, but I've heard rumors in town of other farmers having livestock go missing as well, so I'm in town trying to figure out what might be going on.
Hi, I'm Elenia Nilo, but everyone calls me Al. I'm an elven monk in training. I was born in Triboar and have never left. My parents came here after my father left his community so he could be with my mother. See, he's a sun elf, and his parents didn't approve of his marriage to my moon elf mother. So they came to Triboar, started a farm, and had me. My cousin lives here too. Her name is Brywynn, and she's a lot older than me. She's been around my whole life, so we're pretty close, but she still treats me like a kid. I'm 19, and everyone says I still have a lot to learn. I don't really know what they mean though. How much does someone need to know about everything outside of their home? My parents are always trying to teach me a lesson. They say it's time for me to be more serious and want me to start adventuring and learning on my own. I don't know why I would want to leave Triboar though. All of my friends are here. Anyways, I'm rambling. My mother says I do that a lot. What can I say? I'm an only child, and I spend most of my time tending to the cows and other animals we have on our land. My life isn't too exciting, unless I can sneak away and go into town to visit everyone, or go to Brywynn's house. Since I've lived here my whole life, everyone knows me, and I could spend an entire day going to everyone's houses to visit and help them with things. Lately, we've had a few cows disappear, and so have the other farmers. I'm not sure what's happening to them because I haven't seen or heard any predators around in months. My father says that I tend to spend a lot of time in my own world though, and that I should have been watching them closer after the first cow disappeared. I told him I would try to pay more attention to what was happening around me and that I would try to help figure out what has been happening to our cows and the animals of our friends.
Hey everybody, my name is Miles Kingsley. I hail from the great town of Yartar, where I live with my parents, Mahana and Winfrey, and I work with Rolf at the Mad Cat Pawn Store. I've had almost my entire life laid out for me since I was a young teenager. The only problem is, I don't want to take that path. Instead, I want to become a renowned comedian, known throughout the realm. Unfortunately, not everybody supports this path. I have a desire to travel the world. You see, I've only ever been to Yartar, but I've heard amazing stories from Ralph and Dorn. Dorn has been my best friend for almost 10 years now. They've told me about the far lands of Silvery Moon with night skies so dark that you can see the stars forever, and the vast ocean views in water deep with unknown mysteries lying deep under the water and above, waiting to be explored. There is a place in the far west called the Sunset Mountains. Along this range of mountains is a particular mountain called Pastel Mountain, where the mountain is said to have trees, rocks, and all sorts of nature, with an absolutely stunning vision of pastel colors. I desire to travel the world and see as many of these awe-inspiring locations to find more materials for my act, and to maybe find some collectibles along the way. So I decided to start my adventure in the town of Triboar, and then continue on to the rest of the world. The world is a colossal place, full of adventures, mysteries, and I can't wait to start exploring and telling my tale.
I am Kasumi, dedicated cleric, accomplished farmer, and expert prankster, all of which I am quite proud of. I have called Triboar home for a few years now. I live and work on a small, successful farm close to the woods, where I grow vegetables for the market and raise chickens and the best mouse and cats one can buy. Though I hate to be indebted to people, I have Theodore and Alara, the moon and sun elves, who are the parents of Elenia, to thank for my farm. When I arrived several years ago, with nothing but a small, depleted traveling pack on my back, they offered me this small house and plot of land to start up my new life. No questions asked. I have long since paid them back, but they are the people I trust the most. My only friends, if I dare even say that word. I tend to keep to myself. I'm not shy when people come to me, but I don't seek them out or crave attention like others in this town. I have a lot of secrets, and I don't wish to share them. However, to best protect myself and my secrets, I make a point to learn as much as I can about the beings of which I have surrounded myself, stalking silently from shadow to shadow, watching and listening.
Hi. My name is Adari Moonspirit. I'm, just a simple, shy, ghost-wise halfling druid. Okay, I'm from the far side of Triboar, at the edge of the Crypt Garden Forest, where I live with Brywynn, the kind-hearted wood elf that shot me. I know it sounds weird, but let me start from the beginning. As an abandoned infant, I was saved by the Wild Mother and raised by a family of foxes. Alma and Mac accepted me as one of their own. They taught me how to hunt, to defend myself, and to survive on the resources of the Crypt Garden Forest. At a young age, I became so tuned into the nature around me that I found myself gifted with the ability to shift into a snow-white fox. Over time, I learned to shift myself into other animal forms as well, all of them just as white as my fox form. One day, I was in my fox form admiring the spring ferns when I felt a sudden, sharp pain on my back left side. I collapsed to the forest floor in pain and faded into unconsciousness. When I woke, I was strapped to a table and there was a strange man hovering over me with a bloody arrow in his hand. Next to him stood a concerned, beautiful wood elf. She apologized for shooting me, took me in while I healed, and somewhere along the way, we became friends. Brywynn and I have been friends for the past 5 years now. She taught me how to not act like a wild animal around other humanoids, and I've taught her about the forest. Our friendship is unique, but it's one I cherish, and I will follow and protect her wherever her crazy schemes take us.
Hello, my name is Brywynn, and I am a Wood Elf Ranger. I have lived a very sheltered life. I am currently 119 years old, and I moved away from my loving and caring family at the age of 100. I have one older brother and a younger sister. Both my parents are still alive and super caring. I have my cousin Al just about 10 minutes from where I live in the center of town. I also built myself a cabin in the middle of the woods, right off of my cousin's land. One day, I was in the woods looking for my next dare. I was given a quest to find and kill the mysterious white fox that was spotted in the nearby woods. You see, I don't back down from dares, never have and never will. But anyway, I had the mysterious white fox in my sights, an arrow knocked and about to fire, when a voice in my head told me not to shoot. But before I could stop myself, the arrow was already flying through the air. The arrow sank into the fox's left hip, and it fell to the ground into a fern patch. As I ran to see what I had done, I had a concerned feeling enter my mind. When I rounded the fern, I did not see the mysterious white fox that I was dared to kill, but a small, pale, white halfling was laying in the fern patch with my arrow in her left hip. I had never killed anyone before, I thought as the dread welled in my head, but before I noticed her chest moving slightly. She was alive. I knew that I had to help her and help heal her back to health. I would feed her, and I taught her how to eat with silverware instead of her fingers. I wouldn't let her back out into the woods, which she didn't like and fought me on multiple times. I helped her walk again and taught her how to speak with people normally. Once I got to know her, it turned out she is a ghost-wise halfling druid and super shy, but I taught her how to be more civilized and less animal-like. After saving her life 5 years ago, she has never left my side and I can't get rid of her no matter what I try to do. I live in town to try and prove to my parents and other people that I can live and survive on my own. I have no clue where I'm going with my life or the adventures I will go on, but I do know that I will find purpose along the way.
Hello, and welcome to the stream. First off, I am going to say we have some news. So Michaela and I are having a baby next month, and therefore there will not be a session next month.
Woo!
Yeah.
Congrats!
Hopefully we will.
Y'all have known for a while.
Yeah. We plan to be back the following month, but we have not confirmed that yet. We will see how everything is going.
Appreciate that. Give you some time to recover.
Yeah, a little bit of time to recover. Both of us. A little bit of time to sleep as well.
Definitely need to recover after birth, Trevor.
What?
I said, oh yeah, you definitely need to recover after birth, Trevor.
Yes, I do. I mean, you might break my hand or both.
Or he'll get a concussion from passing out on the floor.
That is that too.
Whatever happens, okay?
Anyways, that is all the news we have. So we will
No,
jump.
there's more news.
There's more news.
Janetta and Jonah are not here.
They're at a wedding.
As you
Hope
can
you're having fun.
Yep.
And watching,
But not as much fun as us.
obviously.
You need to suffer for this.
And if we die, it's your fault.
Yes. 100%.
Just saying.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
for
welcome.
that. Yeah, otherwise we will jump right into it. So, as we left our adventurers, they were bloody, bruised, and beat by this mercenary type person called John. They are not sure who he works for. They attempted to question him a little bit, but he was not giving them any straight answers. And now they're planning to interrogate him a little bit more, it sounds like, and then go gather their cows and bring them back to Triboar.
Alright.
Alright, right now you guys are circled around John. Kind of.
Yeah.
You're not, I guess, too close to him. I'd say you probably give him like 5 feet of space, but you're somewhat circled around him. Yeah, if you guys want to position on the board.
Alright.
There we go.
And the cow he had with definitely ran away.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, very far, probably.
Yeah.
We're back home.
You do.
Hopefully.
You should put Rogar and Al on the board too, just because they are currently with you guys.
You'll need a new John.
Perfect.
Okay. Perfect.
Wait. Why am I not by Brywynn?
Alright, John, I feel like we've been asking you a lot of questions. Do you have any questions that you want to ask
He's in a tree.
us?
He's in a tree.
No, Ro was in a tree.
Oh, okay. Why are you so concerned about your animals going missing?
That's a dumb question.
I mean, it's just a few cows. You guys have plenty.
Well, it starts with a few cows.
And then they're all gone.
And then you're
Yeah.
taking children.
We don't know how it progresses. We don't know anything about it. So
True, I guess I'm not
I'm just
sure
gonna like speak to
when,
Brywynn
if they
mentally and be like,
will
and he's
ever
not
call
paying
for children.
what
But
he's taking,
Right.
but he's
and at the
profiting.
moment, I don't know how many exactly they've taken, but even if it's 10 cows and, 12 chickens. That's still pretty substantial for not that large of a town.
Well, and you're profiting from it. You're not paying us for our animals, and then you're getting all the money.
I mean, I'm not exactly getting money, per se.
But you're getting all the treasures.
You're getting good.
How much do you typically sell a cow for?
I don't know, Trevor. How much do we sell a cow for?
I was like, what would the
what's the going rate for a cow in D&D?
Probably like 5 silver, I would think. So, I mean, they're...
Really? That seems so cheap.
Let's see.
You guys didn't look it up.
Price of
Why
livestock.
would we look it up?
Yeah, okay.
I'm on it. Keep
All right.
talking.
Alright.
I'm like, Adari doesn't speak, so.
What's the going rate for a child? Maybe don't look that one up, though.
Incognito.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much we sell our cows for because you shouldn't be taking them.
Perhaps we could...
We don't just do it for money,
Make a
we do
deal.
it for the milk to survive.
And the fruit and the meat.
Yeah, and the meat.
One cow sells for 10 GP.
I
according
thought it
to
was
the-
more.
GP? Holy crap.
Cows are expensive, Trevor.
Now, if you want to cut it up into chunks and sell it, different.
This is the whole cow.
So a lot. We sell them for
Yeah.
10 gold.
Yeah.
Fair. Well, how about this? I will give you 300 gold pieces worth of gems for 13 cows. I don't need all the cows right now, but I want to be able to come into town, basically, and take whichever one I please at the time. And no questions will be asked, and I won't be followed.
We can't guarantee that.
I'd say we might have to ask questions. There might be certain farmers that are okay with this deal, and there might be some that aren't.
I mean...
Also,
So-
if a cow is pregnant, you're getting 2 cows.
Right. So...
But I'm paying roughly 3 times of what a cow is worth.
Right, you are. But if there's still a farmer that's not okay with it, that's still theft. Because they didn't sign off on it. It would have to at least come from a farm
You
that's
hear
okay
Dari
with
in your
it.
mind, or a family that's struggling and needs the cow.
Also, gems? Seriously? What is a small town going to do with gems? We use coin to barter. Or services. Not
I mean-
gems.
I could throw some coin in, but I can't. That's a lot of coin to carry on you at once. It's very heavy.
So are gems.
Almost afraid like he's gonna get it stolen from him or something. Like, thieves might be a problem.
I'm just imagining you hear all of Adari's
would-
sass.
Would we know, not me, but them, would they know about how many cows we generally have in the town at a time?
Most families that have cows would be... It's like a ranch. Like, they
So quite
probably have over, like, 40
Okay.
cows
Okay.
at any given time. And he's asking for 13 over a period of time.
How many
He
farms
didn't
are
say.
there? Just roughly. You don't have to be just a vague.
I don't have the map open right now, but I think there's like 5 like large
yeah.
dairy farms. And I mean there's like 1 or 2 that are smaller, but those ones are more in town. Whereas ones he's only taken from like 2 different ones.
Yeah.
Because they're on the west side of
The
town.
easiest, yeah.
Yeah.
Why 13?
Because I didn't exactly want to pay 3 times the price for 10.
Reasonable. That's reasonable. Okay. I don't know if it was significant or if it was just a number. Okay.
I'll take from the farms, though, that I have been taking from.
But then you're taking 13 from like 2 farms.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of 5.
That's a large chunk out of their...
But if they're getting paid triple, nearly triple,
Why do you want to pick the cows?
that is my business.
Right, but it's part of the deal. We're trying to figure out why exactly, because we could, I mean, the cows we pick could still be very good cows.
Because But like I said, that is my business. They're the ones that I decide at the time. And I don't want to interact with anybody as I'm doing it, because...
Could I insight check him as to see if there's like a reason why he wants specific cows, or is it more he just wants like, you know, beefy cows kind of a thing?
You, I guess, don't know much about the cows that went missing.
Okay.
So...
I mean, either way it's disadvantage, so...
I mean... Just an insight check, if he's lying.
Well... To see if
just saying the cows that he
yeah.
I mean, he's
you can
being
check,
deceptive.
but
I mean, he doesn't want to tell you.
I mean, he's not being deceptive. He's being
hesitant to share information.
He's being straightforward. He's just saying it's his business. He's not like, you know what I mean. He's hiding it, but like you don't even need to roll to know he's hiding something.
Right.
But like you're not going to get anything from a roll, I guess.
Right.
Well, you can roll it anyways. Let's see.
Oh.
Not bad. Insight, that will be 15.
So, you do notice, so he's kind of like looking at each of you in the eyes as he's talking. You also notice that his eyes kind of like dart by all of you guys as well, as if he's looking more in almost like the distance, but like not at a specific spot.
How many eyes does he have?
9.
Almost, well, just in general as you're talking, because the discussion's taking a while. But almost, not necessarily that he does see something, but he's trying to keep an eye out for something.
Sure. Okay.
Or just being, I guess, more actively perceptive. If you want to take it as that.
So, group, do we want to consider this? Do we want to bring this back to the town and see what they think? Do we want to just decline his offer?
It's kind of rough because one of the farms is Al's farm, and she is physically not here right now. She would be the perfect one to answer this.
Would indeed, but...
Yeah, she's mute.
Yeah.
She ate some bad berries.
I don't want to try to play her voice.
Yeah.
Like, I can play her if we need, but...
I don't know what she'd say.
She thinks it'd be fine with it. I mean, almost 3 times the price.
That's pretty good, yeah.
So, are this is just Michaela asking, but are the cows that they have on these dairy farms, are they actually just, like, used to be sold anyways? Like...
Dairy's not. Dairy farms don't use...
I mean...
Typically not.
Right, it's for the milk.
Yeah.
I mean, they could get replaced.
I would say the cow that
the
cow that she probably found was probably a dairy cow. Would be 10 gold. I feel like a meat cow would be worth a lot less.
Yeah.
Because you literally just grow them to full size and then you sell them immediately.
Yeah.
Whereas a dairy cow, you milk for a long time and yeah.
I would say, what with Al saying we should, as long as you don't choose cows that will eventually harm the farm's functionality. So don't take only the ones that will be bred or only the ones.
Yeah. That's fair.
They need healthy ones as well.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you currently take them?
I mean, it depends.
But like
as of right now, I have for the past 3 nights in a row, but it can be sporadic.
Will you also be paying us for the ones that you have already taken?
I cannot do that.
As well as the chickens that you have taken from me.
That are like a copper piece.
Yeah, I know.
I cannot do that.
Would we rather he just takes the 13 right now and just gets it done with?
Well, he probably can't. He can't.
That's not our concern.
He doesn't want to be seen, so.
I mean, we
Can't
could go
herd
get the
13 cows without being seen.
Are we gonna keep track of the number of cows?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm like,
how do we know you'll only take 13 cows and not more once we have our backs turned?
If I take more, you can come after me.
We'd have to find him again, though.
Yeah, we would. How would we know to find you, though? Like, you could run.
How did you find me this time?
A very nice trap.
Yeah, trap and trap.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you wonderful trap. Yes.
Which I don't even knew about, to be honest.
As he looks specifically at Rogar and Al.
Let us know the number that he took, so we know. Because if he's taking them in the middle of the night, we're not gonna be awake to see how many he's taking.
True, we're not gonna keep count.
Well, maybe the farms that
the farmers probably know exactly how many have been missing in general.
Yeah.
I'm not a farmer.
Might as well. Al said yes. She has one of the farms, so.
Alright, so 13 cows, 300 of gem, and 100 gold. That's what I'm hearing.
What did you say?
300 gem and 100 gold, and you get 13 cows.
Mm-hmm.
Because you said you could give us some gold. And you have taken several cows and chickens
I
already.
look at a dog and I go, my kind of man.
Can do 100 gold plus
Not
200
that way.
in gems. If you would prefer some gold with.
I'll kind of look at the group and be like, okay.
Gold's more useful than gems.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be harder to get rid of
We
those.
can do that.
Gems can be traded to salespeople at
Yeah,
the
but how
company.
often do they stumble through a dairy farm? You know?
Yeah, there are. I mean, as a DM, there is travel.
There are, but not
merchants.
every week. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And honestly, the ones that are going to buy gems.
I would say once or twice a month you get a merchant that comes through for in general the beef and stuff.
Yeah.
Your town's heavy and
Take any more chickens.
How do we know you won't say take Kasumi's chickens or other people's chickens? Because you're taking cows. Because you're paying for cows, but you're not paying for chickens. So if a chicken goes missing,
do we get to hunt you down again?
For every chicken.
I don't
Bonuses of
think
having a super intelligent, quiet
chickens.
character.
I don't think chickens will be taken anymore.
They better not be.
So
I'll give you 101 gold pieces. So a gold piece to cover
any chickens?
if chickens are taken.
Kasumi
That
gets
seems-
the one.
I get the one
Yeah,
gold
that
piece.
seems kind of reasonable to me, but alright.
Okay.
I'm not from the town, so I can't make the deal, but that's
We'd probably have Al make the deal, just
Right.
because she has one of the farms that's going to be doing it.
Okay.
So Al would
So-
make the deal.
We don't have her sheet out. If somebody else wants to just write down the
you got it.
I'm the designated note taker. I'm on this.
You make it.
well, just how much needs to go, I guess, into Al's pocket, and then since she's the one making the deal.
I wrote 300 GP in gems.
No, 200 GP in gems and then 100 in gold.
Yep, 100
And you
gold
get one.
pieces.
And I get one. Yeah.
Kasumi gets one.
Yes.
Whoop.
Don't let me forget that.
Yes, it is worth it.
I have 11 now.
Next.
Rich.
I'm just writing down quickly how much he paid.
Yeah, I assume we don't have anything else more for John at this time.
I want to know who his
Yeah.
boss is, but
Well, he did say he doesn't know if they are going to want more, so there's more than one.
Or it's somebody that goes by that. We don't know.
There goes my wonderful.
Could be a beholder.
Oh, great.
But
Well, you know, a death tyrant.
yeah.
I remember that.
Alright. So are we good to let him go?
The gems, by the way, are I mean, you can write them down. They are bloodstones.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that sounds gross.
Oh, sorry, but it's 4 bloodstones because they're 50 each.
Alright, well,
I don't have any more questions.
yeah. I guess,
Safe travels.
yeah.
Yeah.
There are bandits out here.
Yes.
I mean, there's you, I guess.
But more. And
Us-
other creatures.
Us not included.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going back home.
We were temporary bandits. And we didn't rob you.
Yes. And thank you for being willing to make a deal with us. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. And
John leaves.
I'm wondering which way he's leaving. If he's going
I
after
think
that
he came
cow.
from this way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
But is he going back that way?
can he find the cow?
the cow ran away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he also paying us for that cow that we might not get back?
Didn't ask.
That was just buried in the woods somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah. He walks actually north, so he goes that way. I should put little.
Brady.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. Should
We
put
just do
like
like
north,
we're
south,
just do a
east,
compass.
west.
East, north,
Yeah.
east, south, west.
In
South
the
is
future.
the words.
Yes.
Yep.
Alright.
So yeah, he
Sure.
walks north, and
Now that he's gone, should we go and rest up for the rest of the night?
Yeah, head back to town.
How close are we to town?
I thought we were still a couple hours.
you guys are fairly close to the goblin.
Yeah.
But it's only, what, midday?
Yeah, you guys are like 20
Just,
minutes
like,
or 10.
Or
I think you were like 10 minutes from like the goblin's
Yeah.
hideout.
Yeah, it was early
place.
morning because we didn't.
Oh, we
Yeah,
can
it's
just
like
go
two
home.
It's
we
very
can just go
early
home
morning.
for the whole day.
like 2 a.m. or something.
Oh, speaking of that, you guys leveled up after last session, and
We
we were going to
did.
roll hit points.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes.
Yes.
But you don't get your benefits of leveling up till you take a long rest.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we just
So-
want to do that all at the same time once we get to where we're going, maybe?
Or should we just do it now?
We can just do it now because I brought it up.
Alright, cool.
Okay. What do we roll?
Whatever your hit die
You
is.
have a D10, I believe, as a ranger.
Yes.
You go everybody at once or just one at a time?
We'll do one at a time.
Alright, you go first.
Okay, Hannah.
Woo!
Eight.
Nice.
And by the way, the hit point rule is you either get what you roll or you get the medium amount. Or the average amount, sorry.
So an 8, the lowest you can get is a 4. Right?
Yeah, for a D8, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Just making sure.
So then you make sure you add your Constitution modifier to your result as well.
Yes.
Perfect.
So you got 9 more hit points.
Alright, Adari.
7.
7.
Noise.
So I got 9 more hit
Nice.
points too.
Good.
1.
Woo!
You got 4.
Yep.
So far. Same.
Did you roll 1 too?
Yep. It took all of our luck.
Oh, it's gonna be a great night.
Yeah. Wonderful. So let's take it, I think 6. Alright, so we're going back to the goblin camp, is that correct?
We're going back to town.
No, we're going back to town.
Isn't that like still a couple hours away?
You do have a couple.
Yeah, but
you do
it's
have
fairly-
the few cows that were at the goblin.
Yeah, we probably want to
2
go
cows.
back.
I think there were 2 cows there.
Okay.
So well, we can walk back, grab the cows, and then go back to town.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you guys walk back to the goblin cave, and there's the one goblin that's outside of the cave, and he sees
leader?
you. What?
The
no.
leader?
It's just a regular goblin. As you guys are kind of like walking towards it, the goblin looks a little bit frightened and actually kind of stands up a little bit and backs like, because it's like the chair that's outside of the cave.
Is this
So
the same
he
guy
stands
that
up.
I maybe ran at before?
No. I think you killed that one.
I have not killed a single creature
No,
in
he
this
ran away. He
campaign.
didn't die.
Oh yeah, he did run away. Yeah. It is the same one.
Brady and I are the
They'll say it's
only
the same
ones
one.
who have not killed anything.
Yep.
And
Yes,
Dari just gives him a toothy smile.
He stands up and he doesn't like scream into the entrance or anything, but like he like kind of goes back into the cave slightly. He's still like watching you guys, just more from like the opening, like he's ready to run. Physically or visually scared.
Sorry, it's not the leader, right? Not the one that speaks common?
Yeah, not the one that speaks common.
Tail.
Yes, tail.
It's common goblin number 1.
Ha, yes. There are 3 of those. Now.
Now, yeah.
Alright, so grabbing the cows and heading back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep, you go to the pen, you let the cows out and
Right.
do it. Are you guys roping them up first? Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
yes, we can.
So
We're
they
not
don't run
gonna
away.
run.
We'll let
No.
Rogar do that.
Yeah, you got this. Not even worried about it.
Rogar will go over, yeah.
He's a wrangling cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Probably borrows one of your guys' ropes too to
Yeah.
Yep.
Easy
put
enough.
harnesses on both of them, and you guys start walking them back.
Perfect.
Or are you saying anything to the goblins first?
Oh yeah, the goblins that don't speak common, huh?
Or understand us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna actually go into the inside and talk to the one that speaks common, and I'm just gonna slowly take out my hand axe and just put it on the floor and be like, "So sorry for the troubles. I know this isn't much, but I hope it helps." And leave.
I'm so sorry for murdering your friends.
Pretty much. I didn't do anything. I did not murder a single soul.
Miles and Dari are innocent so far.
Yeah, the one that was like frightened kind of goes in when you're. Are you actually going in?
Until I see the guy. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because the one that's scared like goes in, and as you're like walking in further, you hear him kind of like shout towards where the bedrooms were, and the other guy that speaks common comes out. Teo comes out. Thank you.
You're welcome. I know it's not much, but I hope it helps. I'm truly sorry for what happened here. We didn't know.
We appreciate the gesture.
You're welcome. I'll leave.
Dari carefully looks for poison dart wire. And then sticks her head in and just like waves by. Tail.
He doesn't wait back. Okay.
Yep.
And then you guys head out.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Can we get a marching order? With the cows.
Is Ro gonna be in back with them?
They would probably be in front.
Yeah, to pace us.
True. And then...
There's 3 of them out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we're alright. Unless they're gonna be eaten, I think we're okay.
Theater of the mind.
So, I guess...
I will be at the back again.
This one's you?
Yep.
And then Al.
Yeah, I'll go over.
I'm like, Al's typically towards the back.
Perfect.
So...
How fast do cows
What a
walk?
nice line.
I think they're as fast as us, if not faster.
Yeah,
I think it's
they
like
would
30
walk the same
meters.
pace.
One of them has a broken leg, so
That's
true.
fine.
You know.
Faye, you guys are going like slow speed.
And Dari would ask Brywynn to set her on top of a cow.
The one with the,
The one with the broken leg.
No, the other one. Because I walk slower than everybody else.
Your
How slow is your movement?
I
Your
only have
move-
25 feet.
your movement speed in combat is 25 feet, but your like actual walking speed would be like the same as everybody else's.
Your
I mean,
legs just
especially-
move faster.
Especially with the cow with a
Apparently they
broken
get a
leg.
little longer when we're not in combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go like mini direwolf.
They just shrink for your
It-
inconvenience.
Because you can't go combat speed all the time.
Right.
There are so many rounds of combat going like your dashing speed or whatever that you get exhausted, whereas like this is just keeping up with regular
But if you just
people.
want to ride the cow, by all means.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you want to ride a
Should
cow,
be
that's
fine.
fine too.
I look like a toddler riding a pony.
Perfect.
So neither of you deal with cows. I'm going to have you roll an animal handling
I was gonna
check
say,
to set her
do
on top.
Someone's gonna get kicked into shins.
Since it's disadvantage
Well-
too, I think, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you'd be
no,
able
you
to
don't.
easily
You don't,
lift
you
a
don't.
Dari. Up there. But yeah, you're more so...
18.
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty good.
What's that?
An animal handling when you're
17?
sitting up there. Yeah, the cow seems fine. It was a little bit surprised to all of a sudden have a small thing be set on its back, but
4 pounds doesn't make much. So.
30.
Oh.
That's almost
Yeah.
bad.
And I'm trying to be nice to it. I'm like scratching it by its ears. Like,
So yeah, so dogs.
That was pretty rough, guys. I'm glad we got it all sorted out, but it was a lot. Glad we all survived.
You just want to do your comedy show.
Maybe. Is that a problem? I helped.
As we're walking, I will minor illusion that ghost that I had done to him, like sort of in the trees a little bit, so he can glance at it, and then I'll make it disappear.
Should I do a perception check to see if I see it?
I'd make it kind of obvious.
don't you have disadvantage?
I do.
Are you so exhausted?
How obvious are you making
Oh.
it? Because everybody would see it if you're making it obvious enough.
I mean, I'd assume he's a little nervous because he thinks he's being haunted.
I'm
So-
also dead tired, so I'm
That's
not paying
true.
attention to nothing.
That's what
at
I'm...
this point.
Yeah, his
Yeah, I
passive
suppose.
perception is probably like -5 right now.
Yeah.
you have to basically put it right in front of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. Like, right face right in front of him and make it disappear. I'll do that.
If he's wearing glasses, I just wanted to show on one
One
of the
lens.
lenses.
Like a screaming face.
Okay.
Roll for
It's so
fear.
hard to tell who's who here.
Me.
Right? I'm gonna have
Okay.
to paint everybody minis. I'm sorry, you guys.
Well,
We're gonna have to print them or
Yeah.
something.
I offered
Yeah.
to buy it.
Okay.
If you want.
And which one are you? Kasumi?
I'm at the back.
Kasumi's in the back. Goes
Okay.
Kasumi, Al, Miles, Brywynn.
Okay. So, well, Al actually would be walking one of the cows too, because she works with cows too, so she'd be up
And one of
front.
them is hers.
Yes. So if you are directly behind Miles, then nobody else would see it when you put it.
Yeah, I'm like, he's at the back of the line.
Yeah.
Would I hear it though because it's verbal?
I could whisper it.
Is it verbal?
I mean, most spells are.
Minor illusion? It might be.
I don't know if minor illusion is.
It might be.
I guess either way. Is there a check or save that you think I should do? My thought is wisdom.
Probably wisdom.
Yeah. Wisdom would be a fear check.
Right.
Yeah.
Saving
Right.
throw, I presume.
Yeah.
Probably? Okay. Ooh, I might be okay.
Ooh.
Alright, so yeah, 17. So
If it's against mine, yeah, he'd make it.
okay.
But I don't know if he's against mine.
I would say it'd probably just be like a 10.
General.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe lower if it's also verbal that she needs to do.
Yeah.
Nope, no verbal.
Okay.
No verbal?
Good to
Okay.
know.
So, yeah. I mean, 17 either way. You make it. You probably, like, jump slightly, but then you, like,
Right.
blink
Oh.
a little bit, and you're like, oh,
Must be
I'm sleepy.
Smoker.
I'm sleepy.
I need sleep. Are we there yet? Almost.
Is there any chat as you guys are walking back?
We're
You
probably
guys
all
still
pretty
barely know
tired.
this guy. Heck, you guys
What?
barely know Kasumi to start.
Okay.
But,
I mean, So Miles, what besides your comedy act, was there anything else you wanted to get out of this tag along kind of mission thing?
Well, yes. So security protection is kind of one thing that I've been looking for. Years ago, I was on a walk with my parents, and I found this. Wait, do you want the long or the short version?
You have
Dude.
like 3 hours to get home.
Yeah,
so
do
you
the
might as
long.
well do the long version.
Long version? Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. So, about a decade or so ago, I was on a walk with my parents. We found this little bear cub, and we didn't see any bears around. We walked around for 20, 30, 40 minutes almost, just looking to see if we could find the parent. We did not find the parent. And so we brought it back. We raised it on our own. We went on walks. We fed it, obviously, because you need to, if you didn't know that. And so about a decade later, this was, I don't know, maybe 6-7 months ago, something like that. And we were on a walk. We were walking by this cave, and all of a sudden, Gracie, that's the bear, Gracie just sprints off into the cave.
You were walking with your bear?
Yes. Yeah, it's a well-behaved bear. We were walking, and it just sprinted in this cave. And my parents and I, we slowly go up to it, and then I peer and I don't see anything. So I just go sprinting in after Gracie, obviously, because it's my bear. It's been my bear for 10 years. I go sprinting in. My parents, obviously, for some reason, chase after me. And as we get in, we see a bigger bear. I mean, Gracie, but bigger than she was when we found her. She's, 12, 13 probably at this point. So pretty good sized bear. But then we look up and we see like 8-9 feet tall, 2 eyes just staring back at us. With not much happiness looking at us. My parents tell me to run. And so I ran out of the cave. I sat outside the cave for 25-30 minutes. It felt like an eternity, but it was a long time. My parents came back out bloodied and bruised, and they survived. They didn't really say anything after that about what happened there. And so we went home. I didn't really talk to him much because I loved Gracie. Gracie was amazing. And so you said you want the long story, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm getting closer. And so I still went on walks on my own, and one day I found myself in front of the cave, and I decided to wander in. I saw the behemoth of a bear still there, like gashed open. And when I looked further down, I saw Gracie under there, and she was missing her left front paw, and a patch of her back had no fur on it. And she ran at me and headbutted me, and I fell, and was knocked unconscious because I fell onto a rock. I woke up. I don't know how long exactly later, but I woke up eventually, and Gracie wasn't there. So I went over to just examine like the cave to see if she was here, if there's something else here, to try to be safe. But then I heard footsteps, heavy footsteps, and I obviously didn't know what it was. So I went and hid over by the big, I assume Mama Bear, I don't know for sure, could have been Papa Bear. Went over there and hid. And Gracie came back with a red liquid kind of coming off of her mouth. I wasn't quite sure what it was, but she kind of just looked around for me because, I was over there, now I'm not. So she looked around for a little while, and eventually she found me, and I just kind of stared at her like, maybe she doesn't see me, I'm just going to stay right here. She saw me, of course. But so she went closer to me, and she opened her mouth, and she had berries in there, and she just put them on the floor for me. And I was like, okay, thanks. And so I slowly went out there, and she bit my hand off. Just kidding, she didn't do that. But, so, right? You wanted the long story. I'm going full out.
You see Adari jump a little when he's like, did you bit my hand off?
And so we became best friends again after so long, which was amazing that happened. And so I went over there. I didn't go there all the time because I still lived with my parents. And so I eventually, I went there and I stayed for a few weeks over there. And one day I went out to go gather some salmon for her. And when I came back, I saw a group of thieves coming out of the cave. and they're just cackling. And so I quick ran and hid and let them pass because there's like 4 or 5 of them. I'm like, I can't take them. And so I let them pass. And I went in and I found Gracie barely alive. So I nurtured her back to health. It took quite a while, but eventually she's good. And I made a vow to her that I'm going to find a better, safer place for her and me to move to, and hopefully some friends to protect her.
Is she with you now?
She is not. I left her at the cave.
Oh, that's smart after she was almost killed by marauders?
Yeah. I figured she should stay here and heal, continue healing. She's almost better now. She's like 85-90%, I would say. She's almost there, but that's the plan. So I'm going around to different cities, trying to help out where I can, see if it's a good, safe place, see what kind of defenses they have to help against bad doers, essentially.
Maybe don't have a bear on a farm.
Well, I don't currently have the bear on the farm. I would keep the bear in the tavern or the cave. But the bear could absolutely help protect us because Gracie's a strong bear. So like it won't be a bad thing. It just you harm the bear, you get harmed. You harm me, you get harmed. And anybody that's associated with me would also have the protection of Gracie.
Well, we've reached the town now.
I mean, it was multiple hours to get to the town.
Yeah,
so.
that was a multiple-hour story.
In your head, Brywynn, go, I should turn into a bear.
I just say no.
I mean, it's just like, having a potty-trained, goat or something in the house, right?
Yeah, but if the goat was, 10
Carnivorous.
times your size, then yeah.
I mean, people do, tigers and stuff in houses. I don't know.
Yeah, but not safely.
No.
I know.
Have you not seen, TV shows?
Do it anyways.
TV shows.
Ye old TV shows.
Yes.
Sitting on the hay
Silver
bale.
screen.
Watching. Yeah.
Good
Alright.
stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you make it back to the town, and Al takes her cow over to her farm and brings it there, and Rogar is putting his 2 cows at his farm.
Explaining the deal to parents and stuff like that.
Possibly. I mean, you guys, do you follow them? I don't know if you follow them necessarily.
Does anybody happen to have an extra bed I could sleep on while I'm here, by chance? If not, I can go to the inn, but...
I don't know if you guys are planning to tell people. Well, so when you get to town, it is getting...
Oh.
It is nightfall, but it's not
It's 5 a.m.
What?
No.
It was only a 3-hour walk and it was 2 a.m. when we left.
I thought, what?
2 a.m.
I
It
thought
was early in the morning
Yeah, it
when we
was
caught
super
what's-his-face.
Yeah.
Wasn't it 6 hours of a walk? I
You
thought it was
said
6
3
hours
hours
one
walk.
way.
That was 2 months ago,
I
Trevor. You
think-
expect us to
I
remember
thought it
that?
was 6 to where the goblin
Yeah.
thing was.
That's, yeah.
So it could be
No,
6 hours.
the goblin caravan. I thought it was 6 to that, and it was only 3-ish to
Yeah.
their
Oh.
home.
Might have been. Then it is, I guess, a little bit, probably slightly afternoon. You walked slower than
That's fine.
normal because cows.
Okay, so it's
The cow with the broken leg.
so
I
we
mean.
could go talk to people. Okay, good.
Probably should.
Yes. Do we also want to use some of the gold to give to Al and Farmer X specifically?
I think Ro has the other
I think
farm.
it's Rogar's.
Is it?
I
Al
think so.
had all the gems besides one
one.
gold
Right,
piece.
but I
one
mean the 2 that they're taking the cows
It's
from.
Alan Rose.
Is it? It is.
Yeah.
right? Oh, okay,
It's
got
their
it.
farms.
They can figure out how to split that up.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
They'll deal with it.
Or they just won't hand out gold.
That's
It's theirs
fine.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Al's like, ooh, gold.
Right.
Gems.
Um,
Mine.
Al's way too nice of a person to do that.
Okay.
Fair.
So, just gonna check. Is that another level of exhaustion since we did not sleep?
You would have 2.
I
We'd
already
have
have
1.
I have 3. Got it.
Holy crap.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Why do you have 3?
Because you didn't let me sleep.
No, you would have 2.
You'd only have 2.
You don't.
Yeah, it wasn't overnight to get back.
This time?
Yeah.
We only took the level of exhaustion because we kept walking straight through the night to get to the goblin place.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were catching John.
And then we hit out,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
were
just
catching
had- So you
John
only
in the
have 2.
morning.
You have
Early
2.
in the
We
morning.
have 1.
It's
Yes.
been just over 24 hours since the last time we slept.
Except
Okay.
the elves don't have any, but...
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So, yeah, as you're getting to town, you do see quite a few people, like, in their fields and stuff. It's a little bit afternoon, so are you guys, like, going to the tavern? What are you guys doing? For the most part, most of you would know that the tavern wouldn't necessarily have many people in it right now, just because it is that odd part of the afternoon where, I mean, there might be a couple people, but most people are out tending to their crops or their animals at the moment.
I would go and tend to my chickens and cats.
Yeah, I'd probably go back
Okay.
to the... I'd
I
probably
mean,
go
chickens
without.
and, yeah, you probably
I know
have,
we
you know, all the extra food you're just kind of checking.
Yeah.
Are they alive? Are they there? Yep, they're
I
fine.
count them.
Do we want to go to each house and let them know that this is what's happening now?
There's only going to be 2 farms.
Right, but from before. So I assume they didn't always... Like, more people know about it, what's been happening, than just these 2 farms.
There are like
So-
30 houses.
So
in
do
this
we
town.
want to... Right, but do we want to make sure that the town knows that it's safe now, it's control?
We
So
could
here,
tell
I'll
the
do
tavern
this.
to keep her, and then you could tell everybody else.
Yeah,
I was
so,
gonna say, like,
Alright.
I mean, a lot of news passes through the tavern.
Yeah.
It
No,
would be,
that's-
So
That's
Miles.
you tell
I'm
a
just
few
checking.
people, and it's a small
I'm
town.
just checking.
Miles, to finish up this mission, if you want a bed to sleep in, if you go to the tavern and deliver the news and do it right, you can sleep on a bed at one of my houses.
Okay, bet.
Okay?
One of your houses.
That's
Well,
fine.
at the shack. And
She's the
Yeah,
rich
whatever.
one. She has multiple farms.
I don't even have
They're not
Shack.
farms.
The
Oh.
nobles.
It's just a house and a shack in the woods.
It's more like a shack and a little bit larger shack. But
Yeah.
Does one have an outhouse?
No,
Alright.
it's called a tree.
Probably. Alright, yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Okay, so then he goes to the tavern and she'll go to her house. Or her farm. Adari and Brywynn go to Al's house. Or farm, I mean. To bring the cow back.
oh, okay.
That's...
When I arrive at the tavern, are there a couple people, no people?
There'd be very few people. Let's see. There's about 4 patrons in the tavern right now. Yeah, of them, there's a really old couple. Like, very old, gray hair. Grandparents, probably too old to work on the farms at all anymore. They're just kind of in here. More so chatting. They also have a card game kind of going, it seems. Yeah.
It's the gossip ring.
I hope so.
Okay.
So do any of them look like they're kind of like socialites where they'd be able to spread news fairly quickly?
The
You asked about socialites in a farming town?
I mean, people that talk to people, though.
Some
That's-
fancy people.
Yeah.
It's a small town, everybody
Pe-
talks.
Yeah.
Right, but there are mute people, and there are people that don't like other people that don't talk. And
the tavern owner / barkeep definitely would talk. Typically, they talk to people.
okay,
So I mean, if you're kind of glancing around, you're like, he definitely would tell people things.
good. Can I go up to him and be like, "Sir, is this the same one from before?"
Yes,
Got it. All right, so
his name is Charles, by the way.
Charles. I assume I got the name before. So Charles. Good news, great news.
Hey, Miles, you're back.
I am. It was pretty quick. We got it done. We got it figured out.
It's been like 2 days.
That's pretty quick.
You guys left a while ago. How far away was it?
It took some travel.
Wait,
It was-
did you actually get the cows back, all of them?
Not all. I don't know exactly how many are left. So like how many were taken. So I can't exactly say that we got all of them. But we did get several back. So that is good news.
That is good.
It is.
Did you find out who was taking them? And
Sort of. His name is John.
What's up with the fingers?
I don't think it's his real name.
It's a city thing.
Yes, it's fair. I don't think John is his real name. I think he made that up on the spot because he was pressured. Because we found him because he was taking... It doesn't matter. We got them back. We made a deal with him so that...
You made a deal with the
man
that was stealing cows?
Yes, so instead of letting him take unlimited cows forever, like he was in the process of doing...
For nothing.
Yes. For no gold, nothing to compensate us for the cows.
Whoa, he's sleepy. He is communicating the best he can right now. He is very, very sleepy.
And
let him talk.
Brady is, yes. And so we made a deal with him. We were like, all right, you get 13 cows. After that, no more. No more cows. You get 13 exactly. No more. If it's a calf, it counts. I don't care. You get 13. So
you gave him 13 more cows.
We didn't give him.
How is that a deal? That doesn't even make sense.
Charles, can I call you Chuck? Chuck.
No, I don't go by Chuck.
Charlie. Okay.
Charlie.
So.
Charlie. I'm putting that in here.
So the deal was, he's been taking it from 2 farms, and so we talked with the 2 owners, and they were okay with relinquishing a combined total of 13 cows to this individual, and in that process, they got compensated more than fairly.
You brought him back here, and he talked to the owners.
No, we talked to him.
What?
We brought him up.
The owners? What? What do you mean the owners were with?
The owners of the cows that were stolen? That he's been stealing from.
No, they've been here the whole time.
Are you sure?
The kids. It's the kids.
He doesn't know that.
Tired and doesn't know.
Yeah.
Well, so the owners. Owners' kids, I don't know. They said that they were their cows.
Theodore and Alara definitely were not there.
Well, they told me
they
that...
definitely have been here.
They told me that they owned the cows. So I don't know what's going on with that. That's not my situation.
Wait. Did this person just pay some random people a bunch of money to get 13 cows?
From what I can tell, we made a deal so the town only loses 13 more cows. And the owners, apparently, of these farms got compensated very fairly.
I still don't know what these are, but anyway. So some thieves, I'm hearing, stole money from a thief, and we're still gonna lose cows.
No. Okay. Here, I'm gonna say the names of the people that say that they're the owners. You let me know, since you know everything about the town that I know of. You know about the town. You let me know if they're associated with these farms at all, okay? Because then the answer is no.
I was like, was I traveling with a band of
thieves did not steal. Okay, so there's one individual that goes by Al, about yay tall.
Stands on a chair.
Stool, yeah.
Does that seem familiar?
So, at this point, I'm gonna walk in and
roll a dexterity save.
We're with Al.
No, like a 7 or something, 8 maybe. Yeah.
You go to stand on a chair. You're this tall, and as you're standing on the chair, you fall down, and he's like, "Stay off the chairs."
Okay, I can do that. So,
jeez.
So Al, familiar? Seem like they might own some cows or be associated with
Al,
somebody.
the bright, shiny girl.
Yeah, it doesn't talk a whole lot. I noticed.
Maybe we're talking about a different Al.
Al talks to everybody.
He talks too
Talks
much.
their ear off.
Not to me.
True, she was quiet in there.
Yep.
She's only quiet because Brywynn kept telling her to shut it.
Maybe. I don't know. I know she was very, very much taller than myself. And her name is Al. She seemed nice. We didn't talk a whole lot, but she seemed nice. She didn't seem thievy.
Thievy. Okay.
The other person is Rogar. I think he's
I know Rogar.
Okay, so at least 50%. That's fine. So
I like those odds.
Do they seem like they're associated with the farms of the west side of the town, where the cows were stolen?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Right, people. Good.
You seem like you need some sleep.
That would be awesome. But I need to book my performance still. Do we want to do it tonight, tomorrow night, the next night? You pick.
You look like you need to sleep for a while.
Tomorrow night it is.
That might be.
Or the one after that.
The one after.
Do you want me to? I'll leave this up to you. On a busy night or a less busy night? Because we could do it
a
either.
good question as a performer looking to.
We can either do it on. We can do
It's his
it
first performance.
July 15th, 16th, or 17th. I'm open all 3 days as a matter of fact.
It is the 15th today.
I know.
Okay.
I can do it tonight if you want me to.
I didn't know if you knew what day it was.
I
You
do.
seem pretty out of it.
Yep. But hey, if you want to do it and get it done with, okay, fine. But if you want to give me a rest and give me an opportunity to do a little bit better, I could wait a couple of days. Rest, probably, a lot.
You can choose whatever night you feel the most prepared. Since you did help out when... Granted, where are Al, Rogar, Kasumi, and the short little thing and Brywynn go?
Ouch.
So a vast majority of them had to go tend to their livestock and bring their cows home and things like that, take care of the chickens and all that good stuff.
Brywynn doesn't have livestock.
I wasn't quite done. And so they're there, and at that point, I assume, because you said that you were entering like 12 minutes ago.
I'll think, I'm like, this was a bad idea, he's exhausted, so I turn around and I start moseying back to the tavern. So I'm kind of in the tavern just watching this go down.
And I think Brywyn's around
I
just...
hear him saying the short little thing and go.
You probably wouldn't hear him say that because you maybe would have walked at least to Al's house.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, this all would have happened within the first, couple minutes.
Mm.
So you guys would have been, I'd say, at least 3 minutes behind him. But yeah, you could be walking in. We'll just say it as soon as he asks that, pretty much. He's like,
she's right over there.
You probably wouldn't notice, to be
No,
honest.
probably not.
You'd been like,
That's true.
You'd be
She's
like,
around somewhere.
Oh, never mind. Brywynn,
Hi!
welcome.
Welcome.
Good to see you're alive.
Yes, it was...
I was a little, worried.
We did exceptionally well, thank you.
He's a little
Awkward, jagged,
exhausted.
toothy.
He just kind of waves at you.
Yeah, so how much has Myles, our friend or associate, told you about the cows?
So, he mentioned something about you guys making a deal or something with the guy about letting him have more cows, but he gave some money or something, and
Yes.
said that you returned with some of them. He didn't give me a number, but he mentioned about some of them that you guys got returned.
So we found 3, and we brought 3 back. 3. And yeah, so he told us his name is John, but we aren't for sure. But he paid Al and Rogar a significant amount for 13 cows. And it's gonna be between the two farms, and he's not gonna touch any chickens, any other farms.
Good.
So yeah, we got him to agree on a deal, and Alan Rowe agreed too. So the town is safe
Awesome.
from him.
That works.
Castle water.
Don't forget that we talked to Teo.
Sure,
and
you
we're
can
gonna
have some
trade
water. He
with goblins
goes
how
and
we can trade
grabs you.
Yes.
Just like a pint size. Or
Yeah, he grabs like a mug or whatever because he doesn't have like a big variety of cups. So just grabs a mug,
Thanks. That'll
like
help.
a water barrel.
Michael.
And yeah,
It's Charlie.
as he like
Charlie.
hands it to you and you start
Charlie.
drinking, he kind of leans over to Brywynn.
Miles called him Charlie.
He leans over to Brywynn. Did he help? Was he helpful on this stuff, or how did that go?
Another. Just.
Yeah, he helped. He had his moments.
Yes.
He was a
helpful.
little. Yeah, he negotiated quite well.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I think he could have like 5 minutes of a comedy show.
5 minutes.
That's what I was expecting.
Gets 2 jokes.
Should I not put out any rotten food that night then? When he decides to perform? Hold off on the rotten tomatoes and stuff.
That's up to you. I'll be here to watch it either way. Train record.
Well, I guess how helpful? You said he had his moments. How helpful was he?
So like I said, he negotiated along with all of us, and he helped fight the goblins, which I want to talk to you about. But he helped fight the goblins and this John guy. So yeah, he helped fight and did his part.
Cool.
He stayed up all night and he's very exhausted.
He doesn't seem to have like a weapon though. How would he help fight?
His insults are dope.
I'm like, refresh my memory, Myles. How did you fight again?
Bard spells.
Magic.
Spells, yeah.
Basically. And words.
And fire.
Yeah.
And fire.
Yeah, he had spells and he had some choicely words. Well, chosen words.
He distracted them more than anything.
Yes. But it still worked in the end.
Rodeo has a cowboy.
Yes. But back
And
to
a
that
clown.
goblin thing.
That's good.
So they kind of live out in the cave, like, how far from here?
About 3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours? Okay. About 3 hours from here, and they're kind of like looking for goods, and they need something to trade for, and I was like, maybe we would be willing to trade for them. With them. Because we
Trade
talked
for
to- Trade for them. Trade with them, and we talked to the leader, Teal, and
I mean,
he was
I'm
like,
just the tavern
Well,
owner.
yeah.
I don't do the actual trade.
but you talked to the most people in the town.
I mean, I don't know anything about these goblins. I probably wouldn't necessarily want them in my establishment, but like actually eating at my counter, that would be a little
And that is your choice.
different.
You are the owner and the person who runs this establishment.
So, this town is, like, mostly humans.
Mhm.
There are a few elves and Rogar.
And then there's Rogue.
But, like, otherwise...
Human-esque.
And a Dari, but, like...
Yeah, human-esque.
Yeah. Most people... This is DM saying, not the tavern keep, but... yes, basically... He's used to having human patrons. Like, yes, there are other people that travel through, but, like, goblins are a little bit less, I guess, known. They don't, like, travel typically, I guess, through towns and stuff, so, especially not this town.
Yeah, so I guess... So, yeah, I mean, they'd come and get supplies and go, if they come at all. So.
You know, it could be a good idea.
Interesting.
We could teach the ones that don't yet. We could teach them common.
Okay,
That would be helpful for them, right?
Wait, they don't even know how to speak common?
No.
How are they going to trade if they don't know how to speak
But
common?
Teo knows how to speak
Teo, he's a pretty fun guy.
Are you still holding the glass?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna reach over and grab the glass and put it on the counter away from you.
It's just water.
And you're gonna break it. And then it's gonna have to get paid for.
Okay.
So I take his water from me.
I mean, it's empty now. He drank all.
Yeah, so I just take the cup.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got the cows back, and and if there's more stealing, we can hunt this John person down and do what we please. I wouldn't say kill him, but
Do what you please.
like interrogate him or throw him like in jail or something.
We won't kill him. It'll be much worse.
We're gonna tickle up to death.
Okay. I mean, as long as you guys can handle it, like that sounds reasonable.
There's nothing I can't track down. So far.
Good point. You always have been a very good tracker.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure we, as in the entire town, would be very happy, or are very happy that, this was kind of worked out.
Yes, me too.
Because, obviously it affects the whole town when cows go missing.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Would Kasumi have quickly went back to the tavern or something? Or would she have went to the tavern or anything, I guess, after checking on her?
You wouldn't see her. She'd be there. You wouldn't see her.
She would have came, though?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah,
So.
hiding out.
Okay.
Yep.
And Dari would probably smell you when you walk in.
I didn't necessarily walk in, though. Probably outside.
Wait, you mentioned that you fought the goblins and Myles helped, and you want to trade? I'm confused. I'm very much more confused, actually, now. It took me a second to think about that.
Can I try?
Brywynn just kind of lets a snicker slide. Like,
Okay.
sure, Myles.
Okay.
Let's give this a shot.
Do you have any siblings? Charlie, do you have any siblings?
No, I don't have any siblings.
Do you know anybody that has any siblings?
Yeah. Yep, I do.
Good. That's a good first step. Second step, I guess. You know how they don't always get along? It's kind of like that. Like, you kind of sometimes fight with your siblings, and sometimes you're real peaceful and you're protective of them.
Are these goblins his siblings?
No? I don't think. So, like, we did fight with them, but, like, we can still be friends with them.
All right, Myles. You give it a shot.
Okay, sorry. I need more water.
If you could have another glass.
Yeah. You should stay hydrated.
Probably.
Give
So
him
we
a
give
plastic
you-
one, baby.
Yeah.
What is
Give plastic.
A wood one.
A wood cup.
Gets a sliver in his tongue.
Probably.
I mean, it'd probably
Oh,
be
nipple.
My
sanded,
instrument.
it's sanded down and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea. Don't want him to break the glass mug.
Yeah.
He puts the glass mug, like, where he stacks the dirty one, basically, and he goes and grabs, like, a deep bowl. And it's like, here.
Thanks.
Did you just scoop it with your hand?
Yes.
I'm questioning now if the bear raised him.
Wait, you're scooping water with your hand, or you're...
Kind of.
So the bowl's kind of big. Like, you need to, like, two-hand it.
Oh, I thought it was like a big bowl, like this.
It's like this.
Oh, so it's what I could. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be
So
like
you
a
could-
two-hand
Different idea of a bowl. Got it.
grasp. Yeah,
You
two-handed
immediately went
grasp.
A
Dari
double.
was gonna give him the
Yeah.
weirdest look, like.
I'd say it would probably be like twice the size of like your typical
Sure.
bowl we would have, or maybe even like 3 times the size, but it's like fairly deep.
Got it.
And you'd be able to drink out of it semi-easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Granted, you're pretty tired, so you might dump it on yourself. But it's
It's
made,
empty.
yeah, it's made out of wood. It's pretty nice. Like, it's sanded really well and stuff, so it's like smooth. You're not going to get splinters out of it or
Perfect.
anything.
So we fought the goblins because at first we couldn't understand them and they couldn't understand us. I think
This is
only
a poor reason to fight goblins,
but yeah, so some of them got injured, some unfortunately didn't make it.
Guys,
sugarcoating it so hard.
Killed some. I mean,
that's
I wouldn't allow goblins in my tavern, but like,
Miles Muslim
you
so
killed
high,
them?
killing them.
Or wait, they were savages,
besides-
weren't they?
Yeah, that's besides the point.
Oh, okay, they were savages. I see.
But then we met Teo, and he speaks common. So we kind of talked with him and negotiated, like, we just wanted to know what he was taking, like, our animals, and, like, then he led us to John, who then we made the deal with.
Wait. I'm confused. Were the goblins taking the animals? You just said
No.
Teo, you were
No.
talking to
I
Teo
will-
asking him about taking the animals.
No.
But
So,
I thought John was the one taking
Yes.
the animals.
Yeah, so John took the animals, and he would trade stuff with the goblins and this witch lady in the
Wait, there's a
fort.
witch?
How tall are the stools at this bar?
you
The
thought I had this
Can
under
I
control.
reach the seat?
Yeah, Charles!
The stools would be... I mean, you can reach the seat, yes. Like, with your hand. But it would be probably, like, chin height for you.
So Adari, like, pulls herself. I got this.
My eyes go big.
Yeah, his eyes are kind of like, oh, she can, yeah. He doesn't say that you can talk, but, like, it goes through his mind, like, oh, she can talk. Because you've never spoken, really, before, so.
The fight with the goblins was kind of my fault. You see, I turned into this wolf, and I just can't help myself when I'm the instincts take over, and I can't help myself. But we fought these goblins because we thought they were the ones stealing our animals, and they weren't the ones stealing our animals. It was actually John, and they told us that after we caught up to them. Are you okay?
You get an ale?
Drinking too fast.
So, Teo's actually a really
Wait.
cool goblin. We're actually kind of friends now. And he helped us find John. Because they had been getting the cows and the chickens from
So-
John.
So you guys killed some goblins.
I didn't
That's
kill
not
any.
the
That-
point, Charles.
That didn't even steal anything?
That's not the point. It was
we thought
miscommunication.
they were the ones stealing because they had a pen that had cows in it, but it turns out that John was the one stealing them and giving them to them. There's a chain of things that are happening here. Okay? Are you with me still, Charles?
The important thing is they're back.
Yes, I'm with you. Wait, so are the goblins... Brywynn just said that the goblins were savages. Are they not savages?
No.
They're no more savages than I am.
His
Brywynn
eyes,
just face palms.
kind of
Just
go...
puts his head on the
His
counter.
eyes kind of go wide, like...
He's like,
okay.
they're savages.
Okay, I
Don't
Okay.
Let me finish.
pick her up.
So, put me down, Idari.
She's on a stool.
Brywynn.
Yeah, we pick her up the stool.
Okay, so there's a chain of things that are happening, and there was a reason the cows were getting stolen, but it doesn't matter. It involves something very dangerous in the woods. That's all we need to know right now. Okay, so we made a deal with the goblins because the goblins just want food, and they want to be able to deal with whatever else they're dealing with that's really dangerous in the woods.
On the bar,
So they need to
walking
be able
back
to trade
and
with
forth
us.
right now.
So that they don't continue to
Hands
steal
behind
and
her
do
back.
things that are bad. We convince them to be good. Okay?
Didn't you just say John was stealing, though?
John was stealing them, yes.
Then, so they weren't stealing.
they
You
were-
just said so they don't continue to steal.
Okay.
You guys are very
Charles,
contradictory.
you said you were with me.
Until you said
Okay,
they,
It's
until
a
they,
relay. It's a relay.
Okay, I pick her up.
they're
I
not,
set her down. Ben's
But-
still talking for no more.
Adari, you're not helping.
Okay.
We're good at this.
So
what happened is
your
Teo
thing-
is going to trade. We offered for him to trade with Triboar so that they don't
Okay.
have to rely on a thief to give them goods.
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I followed.
Okay.
So you're saying if they trade with us, the thief won't steal from us to give them things.
I think so. I think that's the point. I mean,
Okay.
It makes sense to
During all
me.
of that,
The thief
Sumi
paid-
walked in, then she started to walk out right away. Like, nope.
the thief paid Al and Rogar for the cows. So when he's
Okay.
done getting his cows, he'll stop stealing from us.
Well, he's not technically stealing, I guess, if he paid for them.
Yeah,
So he's done stealing.
he's done.
So there's no more
There's no
stealing
more
that'll
stealing.
be happening.
Right.
Well,
we just
good job,
may
you guys.
have some goblins.
We did
The one
it!
that speaks
Okay.
from
Awesome.
Teo. I mean, they're probably going to come here and trade with us so that they don't have to rely on somebody stealing things to give them stuff that they need.
Okay. So I'm now going to turn to Charles. Leave her. And be like, any other questions before I take these exhausted people home to sleep?
He's afraid to ask questions.
You look very exhausted as well, Brywynn.
Yeah, I could use just a tad of sleep, but they're
Like,
more-
when she's done speaking, Adari just turns into a fox and walks out of the bar.
I hear the door ding and I just see the light. I'll just make sure not to shoot her later.
It's because it's
Wait,
still outside the bar.
You mentioned something about a witch, though. Well, what's up with it? What is this witch? You said a witch.
raises
We
a
don't
pot.
know much about her. She just kind of lives in the woods. Nothing to worry about. She shouldn't
To
bother
be honest,
us.
we don't even know if she's real. We never met her. We have no idea.
If you want to go with what Miles says, yes.
Question. When Adari was speaking, did all the people that were playing cards at the table stop?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So yeah, that's nothing to worry about. Adara keeps me updated on her activities when she's out in the woods. But if it comes an issue, somebody will put a stop to it. So is there
Awesome.
anything else?
No, I mean, that's pretty great. Happy that you guys could get that solved.
Same.
And I'm sure that the patrons that come through the tavern here will be pretty happy to hear about it as well.
All right.
Adari's little white fox that's outside sitting by you looks visibly, like, puffed.
I take out a feather I used to play with the cats and I start like...
Okay, so now that we're done with Charles, I'm gonna grab you by the sleeve
It's
of your
relaxing.
shirt.
It's stress relief for
And-
Adari.
Oh,
Cause
sorry. Charles would say, though, like, because he thanked all of you guys for helping, and then he'd be like, yeah, and if you would like, you can have 3 free nights here to stay.
That would be awesome.
We only have 3 rooms, but, like, yeah, you can have 3 free since you helped out so much.
Do they regularly fill up? I don't want to take
No.
them from somebody else. Okay.
Wants to make
I mean,
sure
not
that
too
his
often. There aren't
attendance
any
is, like,
travelers
show.
in town. I mean, there was someone that passed through there in room 1, so you'd be in room
Okay.
2, but
Yeah, that's fine.
Uh,
Just don't want to kick somebody out or anything like that.
but
That'd be awesome.
you're an elf, aren't you? So you're not exhausted then. He definitely be saying then, oh, Brywynn, you might want to have a look at the bulletin board over there. Someone came in and there's a pretty cool or pretty bright looking flyer that they put on it. You might be interested in it.
okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for the heads up. I will definitely take a look before I head on out.
Yeah.
And
So
I can point to it. So I'll walk over there and I'll look at it. I have it in my
There it is.
hands.
Yep.
I don't know what it says.
I mean, the flyer's just pinned. It's a very bright colored.
It's written in Orcish.
No, it's written in color. So it's very brightly colored. It's a red, like, sheet of paper, and it actually has, like, gold writing on it in fairly big letters. It says, prepared for the autumnal. That one. Autumnal. I didn't apparently write out the whole word on here. Autumnal Guild Fair. Prepared for the Autumnal Guild Fair, ? Neat, and then in smaller text below that it says, need more experience to stand out above the others? Come hone your skills at Redlark. And then it has a date, May 1st through September 1st. And then in a little bit smaller text than that, it says, tutors of multiple skills are open for...
May 1st through September 1st.
Yes. And then, smaller text under that, it says, tutors of multiple skills are open for new students. And then it lists a bunch of different skills. Smithing. I don't know if you want to write all these down or not. I can also give them to you after the session if you would like. But smithing, fletching, cooking, animal handling, hand-to-hand combat, archery, wilderness survival, and tracking. So quite a few different skills. And then it just says, etc. So there might be more. And underneath that, it says, on-the-job training is available as well for able participants. What is your passive perception?
15.
15.
Okay, so you would notice that there's some very small text at the bottom of it. And it says, class costs may vary.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll just... I mean, I could keep it in mind. Probably do
Yeah,
that.
you probably glance at it. Do you say that to the barkeep, or you just are acknowledging it and you're going to walk out?
I'll turn to the barkeep and be like, can I keep this as a reminder, or do you want it back?
Just remove the bulletin from
You should there's only one of them, and I think the gentleman that left it would prefer that people see it.
Prefer.
Yeah, he did bring it in yesterday, but
Did you catch the gentleman's name?
I don't remember his name. He's in room 1 though, so.
Oh, okay. I'll just leave it.
Time for a little B&E. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, you can come back and look at it tomorrow. It's not like he's gonna take it down.
Fair.
Probably.
Probably.
Hey, Charles.
Never mind. Screw this town.
Charles, do you have any books? Or another place with books? Reading material?
I don't specifically have any books, but you might be able to find some at the market. People, I mean, we don't exactly have a lot of books in town. I mean, people have books at their homes, but we don't necessarily trade them around here.
Alright.
Typically, there's not, like, the book stand isn't really set up.
Alright, just
It's
checking.
more of when merchants come through is when we
sure.
see books.
That makes sense.
Or when people want to get rid of stuff to make
Sure.
room in their homes.
Alright. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah. Why do you want books?
I was gonna have a nighttime story read to me before I get knocked out, pretty much. But, you know, I gotta soon, because otherwise I'm gonna...
I think you're gonna fall asleep pretty quickly.
Maybe. I don't know.
You seem pretty tired. You should go lay
Would
down.
Myles be concerned about ghosts?
I don't know. At this point, I don't know if he is, though. At this point, I don't think he's worried about it. If we're tired.
He
So I know what room he's in.
he gives you
Not room 1. Room 1.
the key for room 2.
Thank you. See you in the morning.
Yep, see you in the morning. Go sleep.
He goes right up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Probably asleep as he hits the bed.
Yep. Not like a fancy room or anything. There's a little closet. I guess not. There's a small chest that's like kind of behind the door, and then there's also like two hooks right behind the door as well that you can hang a coat or something on, and the small chest to put things in.
Okay.
Otherwise there's just a regular bed. Doesn't actually have like a frame to it, but it's a bed.
It'll work.
It's soft enough.
Yep.
There are no sheep in the town, so it's not wool.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, it's probably imported wool, but like not the
highest quality.
Yes.
It's fine. It'll work.
Yes, it's okay.
Yep.
It's cowhide.
Just cowhide.
Filled with chicken feathers.
That's what they decided to do instead. Just a bunch of cowhide just piled up.
Everything's Western themed. Unintentionally. That's all I got.
Perfect.
Horns on the wall.
Literally like 3 p.m, he's out.
Yep.
Alright, anybody else doing anything for the day?
I'm gonna bring Adari home to
What,
sleep.
you would walk outside and see Adari pouncing at a feather.
Yeah, that too. Are you still in fox form?
Yes.
Okay.
I would be more concerned if she wasn't. I would.
Well, I don't know.
I would not have taken out the feather if she wasn't.
I don't know. So, I guess I could just like
Don't know what you're into.
extend my arm, and are you gonna crawl up?
Yeah,
there?
I'll just walk up.
What type of feather is it?
Sit on my shoulders.
Probably like a fairly long one. You know, like the ones.
Pheasant feather or something?
Yeah. Something that can...
You got it from like a random animal?
Yeah.
It's an owlbear feather.
I would never.
What nerve!
I am offended by that. Like, I would harm an owlbear.
It's just a little chicken feather, probably.
Yeah. So I just carry you home.
Or something maybe fell off a crow or something, I guess.
Yeah.
Get a little bit longer.
I
than
just,
just a
I mean,
random bird.
didn't buy it. I found
I mean,
it.
if there's any pheasants around, which pheasant's a pretty common bird.
Yeah,
their
true.
feathers
They
and
have
their
longer
tails are like
feathers, yeah.
this long.
You're right. Okay. Alright,
So-
and you guys go back. And you got plenty, I mean, you're still
we
awake
Back
for
at
the
your
day.
house in Triboar, or do we go to the shack?
Which one do you say it more? The shack.
The shack.
Yeah, so we probably go to the shack.
I mean, the shack is a little bit further away, but
I mean, I'm not tired.
she is.
Well, yeah, and she can fall asleep on my shoulders because I'm carrying her.
Half an hour.
And I mean, it's not that far. But
And I mean, you're exhausted, but I mean, the exhaustion would go away at normal nighttime anyways. It's just, but it's your choice if you want to go to sleep now. That's
I was
fine
like,
too.
it depends on where we're at. I was gonna say if we're at the shack, then I would probably go run into the woods for a while,
Go pee.
see my family, and then come back and sleep in my little hammock in the rafters.
I'm like, I just
Okay.
ask. Brywynn just asks for a dark to be back by dark.
All right. Anybody else doing anything notable?
Not really.
Because that's very notable.
Mhm.
We rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we rest.
All right. Assume you're resting too then?
Yeah, I can go home and do my thing and then rest.
Do your thing.
Do my thing.
Alright.
Take care of the crops because I have crops too.
True. That would take a few hours to
Yeah.
tend to your crops and everything. And sounds good. Miles went to sleep right away.
Mhm.
All right. So yeah, you all go to sleep and the next morning then. Or would this be a good spot to take our break? It is 7:30 currently. A little bit earlier than we typically do, but
Oh,
Well, yeah, because then, but then we can talk about what we want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be
Yeah.
a good spot to
Yeah.
take a break.
And I need to ask you a question.
I do as well.
Like Trevor DM, I need to ask you a
Same.
question.
you can ask it.
Not
Not on stream.
not in
Mine
front
could
of
be on
people.
stream.
Not in front of people.
Since
okay.
I slept for, I don't know, 16, 18, 20 hours.
You only have half of exhaustion.
Would that get rid of both or just the one? Either way is okay. I just want to know how to mark it.
I would say if you slept in, so you wouldn't be awake right away in the morning, like people would do their other stuff, and then,
Sleep till
about
10.
noon or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably
You
what it is.
basically slept for almost 20 hours.
Yeah.
Or about 20 hours.
Alright, I'm fine with that.
Then, yeah, I'd say both are gone.
Cool.
And then you can't sleep the next night because you slept for 20 hours. So
Probably.
now your sleep schedule's completely off.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
You need to
Who
go to
needs
bed at
circadian
5
rhythms?
a.m. and
Yeah. It's the new normal, it's fine. I'll take all night shifts, guys.
Or you just drink a bunch that, this first
There you
night,
go,
and
yeah.
then it kind of forces you
Isn't
to
that
fall
when
asleep
you're doing
at
your,
normal nighttime.
your comedy thing, though?
Not yet. I think it's the next day.
Okay.
The 18th.
I mean, he said your choice.
I know,
so-
I rolled for it, and that's what I landed on.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So we're good to take a break.
Yeah.
Should we say 20? Should we do 20-minute breaks? Because apparently 10 and 15 were a little bit iffy on.
There is
make
only
it back
one
in time.
bathroom, just so everybody
Yes.
Yeah, so let's do 20.
Let's do 20.
Yes.
All right, you guys. We're going to take a 20-minute break, and we will see you all back here
Come
at
back,
7:50.
Or don't, but please.
Preferably.
But please. All right.
Cool.
We will be back in a bit.
Woo-hoo.
Normal morning, bathing.
I probably only bathe because she asks me, or it's like trained me to do it every day. Because otherwise I'd just be...
You bathing every day is more than most people probably do, so.
Yeah, kind of just showering or recovering from the last few
Would
days.
you technically go bathe with Adari for like protection-ish purposes, or no? I mean, if you were
And not
supposedly the
voyeurism
one.
purposes.
No,
I mean, if you were the one that taught her it, I was just curious.
no, I trust her, and if she stays on the land, which I guess
I was
I
gonna
could
say
taught her.
foxes bathe themselves too.
I know. I was just curious if.
She just probably
It was
taught
a
me to
thing.
bathe regularly, so I didn't
Yeah.
smell like
That.
animal.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't talking about it in a creepy way. I was talking about it in like, is this your guys' morning routine? Like, do you go to the river and you're probably also like, Adari, you should probably have your clothes with in case somebody does come and we're done bathing, type thing. You know, the whole motherly almost.
Yeah, 'cause if I bathe with you.
You forgot your rubber duck.
Anyways, okay. So she goes off and does that.
Yep, I kind of just recover
Chill.
and whatnot. Chill, yeah.
Yep, chill. Oh, I guess I'll catch him in like an hour or 3 when he probably wakes up.
Look at him.
Well, I mean, like
Alright.
you said, it's a town, so.
I mean, it's still a little bit before Miles gets up. I don't know if you guys are doing anything special.
I don't know.
Um,
Maybe meet with him if I run into him. Talk with him.
who?
Stranger. Oh, me? I'm still sleeping.
He's sleeping till like noon. I'm saying like
Oh, he's still asleep.
he will be
Yeah, yeah,
sleeping
yeah.
for quite a while.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this
yeah.
is
You guys
pretty
got
early in the
hours.
morning when you guys are getting up.
Yeah.
Still.
He's probably like a 5 or 10K before I get up.
Yeah, I would say, Kasumi, you, as you're, like, out in the field, you do notice that, Theodore, I'm just double-checking, Janetta's parents.
Al's parents.
Sorry, Al's parents. Al's parents, do find you in the field, and, they come out, and her mother actually talks to you. She's like, we just wanted to come out and say thank you. They don't, like, actually go on your property. They're kind of, like, near your property because they know you like your privacy. But, yeah, they do come out and they're like, we wanted to thank you for going with Al and your group to rescue the cows and at least help us out with a bit of a deal. Not the greatest deal, but like it'll work. I mean, I guess we're getting paid at least for them, for the cows.
You'll be able to replace them.
Yeah, we appreciate everything. Al talked our ears off about the great work you did, and fighting the people and keeping her safe. And we just really appreciate it.
We appreciate what you did for me as well.
You're welcome.
I'm glad you got some of your cows back.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, but we did feed your chickens and stuff while you were gone for the night.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. If you need more help, we're here. So.
I'll be sure to ask.
All right. Well, take care. And yeah, they walk off.
Well, I guess I could.
Are you guys doing anything else, or would you? Nothing else special at the moment?
Idari, when she gets back to the shack, would tell Brywynn about the birds.
Okay. I mean, do you want to roleplay that, or just gonna... Alright. Lots
and
of
then
birds.
we'll continue to just, like, incessantly just talk. Because she only really speaks out loud to Brywynn.
And Charlie, I guess.
Charles.
I've
Charles.
officially spoken to Charlie. And the group has heard me speak, like, twice.
But yeah.
Idari's definitely one of those, like, creatures that once she gets comfortable enough to speak, she won't
talks.
shut up.
Like ow.
Fair. Alright, yeah. You relay that information. You probably think that's pretty weird that birds would be flying
There were
like
blue
that.
birds and there were red birds.
And
There were all kinds of birds.
assuming you probably would have noticed the birds a bit too. Would have been like, that's odd, but maybe wouldn't think too much of it though.
Yeah.
Miles, you wouldn't have noticed at all. You were knocked out the whole time.
They were definitely in my dream.
You maybe had some ghostly dreams, possibly.
I was actually flying on an eagle, thank you very much.
I see.
Yep, it was majestic.
Perfect. Alright.
I mean, I think Brywynn's gonna go to the tavern, see if she can bump into this trader that's passing through.
Adari, I tell Adari.
She says she could bump. She's gonna wait outside the door for hours until they leave.
Pulls up a chair.
Brywyn's kind of curious to see who it is.
All right.
So, I don't know if Adari's coming, but that's what Brywyn.
Adari's kind of done peopling for a while.
Okay.
So she'll stay on the outskirts of the town, just kind of wander around, spend some time in nature. But like close enough to be able to hear if there's a commotion going on.
Gotcha. All right. So, yeah, when you go to the tavern, the lights are on this time.
Excellent.
And you smell. You smell like eggs cooking. Breakfast time, basically. A little bit of like sausages cooking and stuff. As you walk in, you do notice there is a little or a shorter kind of dwarf fella sitting at one of the tables. He has a plate of food and he is currently eating. You do know that he's not from around here. You definitely can tell that.
Okay. So I guess I'll sit. Is it a round table, like a square table? What kind of table is it?
The tables are round tables.
Okay, so
Doesn't matter. Brywynn sits right next to him.
I was gonna
Almost
say
in his lap.
across from him. So like, I don't know. Okay, so I'll sit across from him. I don't want to seem too creepy.
But she leans forward really far.
Yes.
Basically breathing into his eggs.
Exactly.
Lights dim, just the light above him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or the candle flickering.
But, so I kind of look at him. I'm like, hi, I'm Brywynn. What's your name?
Does he recognize the voice from the one that tried to wake him up at 3 in the morning?
He, like, is finishing chewing and kind of, like, glares at you.
I'm sorry, is this a bad time?
Hi. Hi.
Hi. So, I see you're, not from around here. What kind of goods are you bringing into Triboar to trade? I'm assuming you're trading. We don't get many just passing people.
No, I'm not a trader.
No?
I don't trade.
Oh.
I just came here with the flyer.
Is there anything other than that's not on the flyer that you could tell me? We have a few people that are interested. I don't know.
I can tell you are definitely the one that was, or most likely, the one that woke me up earlier. Why?
I mean, you're not from around here, but like that was about time I get up, and I sometimes forget that not everybody's up at that time. Because I mean, farmers like Kasumi and Al, my cousin, are up, but not everybody is. So, yeah.
Typically, when doors are closed, people aren't up.
Well, technically, not always.
Technically not always.
Technically.
Okay, Brywynn, you just drop that into that dwarf.
He just starts, like, eating his food, not looking at you.
You've made him uncomfortable.
Mission 1, success.
He kind of, like, mumbles.
Yeah, I guess I was just curious on the poster and what brought you into our lovely, small town.
Well, I was paid to advertise and hand out these flyers from someone at Red Lark.
Okay.
They kind of grouped and gave me a whole bunch of flyers to hand out. You know, if anybody wants to, apparently, he, like, walks, well, he kind of, like, looks at, he's like, if people want to, like, train there or something, I don't know, I'm just the flyer dude.
Okay.
Dude, huh?
Yep, I'm the flyer dude.
The flyer guy.
The newspaper
Righteous.
boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I went to multiple towns. I was very tired, so I stayed around for a couple days to rest.
Well, welcome to Triboar. You already caught my name. What was your name again?
Great welcome.
We're just gonna punch it again, okay? Well,
I'm Paul.
Paul.
You're going great with those names today.
No, I actually had that one planned for quite a while, but yeah.
Paul the paper guy.
Paul the paper guy.
Yep. Paper dwarf.
Paper dwarf. Yes, sorry.
Flyer dwarf. He
Dwarf.
handed out flyers.
Okay. Well.
Ah, you're so close. You almost had PDF. So close.
Well, it was nice chatting with you, Paul. If you need anything, everybody here is mostly welcoming. So just ask around, and then kind of just get up and leave.
Okay.
Seeing he's awkward and getting a little
He
mad.
wasn't exactly happy with you to begin with. So.
Getting a little mad that I'm there.
Waking him up very early maybe didn't put you off on the best foot there.
Like Hannah was curious, so that made Brywynn curious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some people don't like being woken up, you know, at 5 in the morning.
It was 3, because everybody gets up at 5.
Well,
I don't know. It was dark. He didn't know
Boorish.
technically the time either, so.
Okay.
It was before he woke up.
But that's about it.
Correction, that was before he woke up
Willingly.
the first time.
Yes.
Because we're assuming he went back to bed.
At this time, Miles, you probably would be waking up. Would you have done anything else after speaking with him?
Would I have seen him in the tavern before I left? Like, is he in his room or did he come down?
He would have most likely been in his room at that time.
Then no.
You can go wake him up.
No? I'm
Sorry,
not
you do
interested
have
in
the
Miles.
option still.
She's like, I know
Nope.
him, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably was closer to like later 10 or 11 even when she actually went in because it was still breakfast.
Oh.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, when I wake it up, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you wake up at noon. So if nobody else is doing anything particular.
No,
Yeah.
probably just going back to the shack or something.
Yep. I go down to the tavern. You guys serve food here?
You literally... you definitely smell food when you come down.
I want to be
You would
polite.
ask
I want to make
anyways?
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Still polite to ask.
You definitely would see, I guess by the time you woke up, he probably wouldn't be there anymore. At the moment, yeah, there's a couple people eating, but, yeah, Charles would come on and be like, yeah, we serve food.
Okay.
It's lunch time.
Do you guys have like a menu or like one thing that you make?
I mean, typically for lunch we have, beef patties.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of
Can I get one?
what we have. Yeah, beef patties and bread.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, sure. You know what? It's on the house.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it, Charles.
Thank you for remembering my actual name this time.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, you seem
like
pretty-
80% at the absolute max when I was here. Last minute.
I would have said more like
2.
30, but sure.
You probably are a better judge, to be honest. Because I was, like I said, I'm better
Yeah.
now, though. Good sleep. Great mattress.
I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, he goes and grabs you a plate. They have wooden plates. And grabs a plate, also grabs you a mug of water. You seem a little bit more trustworthy with glass this time.
Thank you. I should be.
I choose. Oh, no.
Have you decided when you want to do your little...
I'm thinking
show
tomorrow night, if that's okay
Okay.
with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect.
You seem well rested,
I am much better today.
so glad you caught up. You must not have slept much when you went on your little journey thing.
No. I won't go into details. The goblin place we were at, I'm like pretty confident it's haunted. I don't know for sure. I can't confirm anything, but I'm pretty sure I saw at least 2 or 3 or 5 ghosts. Could have been the same ghost. Could have just been the same ghost running around. I don't know. I was only there for like a quarter second, just in the gone. So I mean, it's hard to tell, really. But anyways, I think it's haunted. So I didn't really get to sleep much because I don't really encounter ghosts very often. So I wasn't like used to it.
Was it like a goblin inn or something, or?
What do you mean?
You didn't mention that you stayed at the goblin place when we talked yesterday. Was it like a little inn, like they had
We were
places
in
for
it,
travelers?
if that's what you mean. We were in it, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned you killed some of them and they
No,
just
I
let you,
I killed
or
0.
you guys as a group
As a
killed
group-
some of them and then
As a
they just
group,
let you stay there. That's interesting.
as a group, murder was involved.
That includes you.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And they just, like, let you stay there? That's interesting.
In a manner of
different.
speaking, yes, because we were there and they didn't come and kill us. There's like a separate room. We just went in a separate. We closed the door. We heard them. I think I heard them, or the ghost. I don't know, but I heard them shuffling through the night, and we didn't do anything. We just like, all right, guys, take your stuff. And...
Okay. Interesting. That.
Yes.
All right.
Any more questions?
No.
Yep.
No.
Okay. Now we settled that.
Okay.
And he goes about eating his food.
Yep. All right. I don't know if you guys are going to the tavern or anything to like
Nah,
talk
it's
to
just
Myles or
there.
anything. No. All right. Yeah.
So do you have any other people that need help in the town that you're aware of? I see the job board over there. There's only one colorful piece of paper on it. Is there anything else that you know of?
Is there only one piece of paper on the bulletin board?
I mean, there's a few like basically hired hand things that like you guys would have seen a bunch. Like, hey, if you're basically in town, we'll pay you X amount of money to do farm work, basically.
Manual labor.
Yeah. Just different farm work stuff. But that's
Farmer
the only like
Johnson's still looking for someone to help wrangle those goats.
there aren't any goats in this town.
Now.
They all fell down that well. It was tragic.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna kind of take a mental image of like them just to recognize the names of those, and then I'm just gonna start going around town asking if anybody needs help. Just gonna go door to door. You need help today? I'm in town for a few days.
So, yeah, when you came in town, you definitely would have noticed, like, a lot of the, like, big farms, at least, that are on the edge of town, which that's what the bulletins would have been for. Like, hey, travelers, this farm, like, it would have had the name of the farm. Well, each of the farms has almost, like, if you think of that, like a wooden sign,
Right.
a family name, either, like, over the front door or somewhere near the farm that you would be able to identify it, like, by name.
That doesn't help me. I don't know any of their names. I know their first names.
Yes,
That's
it would say last names. Yep. So you wouldn't know.
Nope.
It would say specifically though, like if it's more west of the town or something.
True.
You would be able to identify those. Because it would just say like north, northwest, southwest, east, etc. So a little bit easier to identify them, but yes, all of them have those. Like kind of plaque or large things to go on. All right, so you spend like half an hour or more just walk. Are you actually looking to help people,
If they want it.
or are you looking for the group that you were traveling with to see how they're doing?
If I come across them, I would absolutely talk to them.
Because the very first house you go to. Would you try to do a west house first, or like farm
Probably, because
first?
I know that that's where part of the group was from. So I go there first, and then I just make my way around.
I was
Around
just clarifying if you were
town.
specifically aiming for one of the people
I
in the
would
group,
get
or if
there.
you were just like
would
any of the farm.
I would get there. Yep.
So you're aiming for the group first, though.
If I can. If I can figure out, I can't really decipher like their last names. I have no idea how to read somebody's last name.
Yeah.
Without them telling me, obviously.
Can I be at Al's house?
At who? What?
Al's. I'll be at her farm. Brywynn will be at her farm.
You could be at our farm.
Yep. We're just kind of talking.
That works. Yep. So you go to the first one, the closest one to the west, and you would get there. You would knock on the door, and elderly man would answer the door. I guess I shouldn't say elderly man. Older elf would answer the door. He'd be like, "Hello."
Hello, good sir. My name is Miles. Do you
Miles.
need help today with anything?
Miles, are you the one that went with our daughter
Depends on where
to
you're
find
going with
the
this.
animals?
Yes.
What are you accusing me of? Because it may or may not be
Find
true.
the cows and such that were missing.
What's your daughter's name? Because that kind of matters.
He probably used her full
Well,
name.
people call her Al.
Al, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Super nice lady. Doesn't talk a whole lot, in my experience. But that could have just been a me thing. I don't know.
She can be a little bit more quiet, I guess, around new people.
That would explain a lot of things.
See, but you hear her in the kitchen talking to Brywynn. She's
That would make sense, yes.
Well, we appreciate you helping them
Absolutely.
find animals. I know this isn't your town, so
Our
we're
livestock
grateful
neighbors.
for the assistance.
Absolutely. Do you guys need help around the farm today?
Yeah, if you want to help them out, they're actually out back scraping the manure right now.
Perfect. Do you have an extra shovel? Is
Yes.
that okay? Good.
He's like, we use our hands.
Do you have a couple of extra shovels?
Page hand.
Trying to murder somebody?
Why do you need a couple of shovels?
I'm just curious.
You don't look very strong.
Trust me, I can do two. Just trust me. Do you want more help? Do you want single help or do you want double help? So I can offer either.
I'm just gonna give you one for now, in case
Fine by
you
me.
break it.
Fine by me. I grab it and I go to the back.
Oh, alright.
Is Alan Brywynn
What?
helping out back?
Yes.
She
Can't
didn't
remember
realize
the
she'd be
word.
shoveling manure when she said she was going to Al.
That did not.
I mean, you guys are definitely chatting and stuff, though.
Yeah.
So I guess,
Perfect.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, hey guys.
Cleaning out the...
How did you find us?
Oh, you know, luck of the draw, basically. Yeah.
That would be my luck.
I know, super good, right?
What brings you to Al's farm?
Just help it out. See, shovel.
Have you ever helped out on a farm before?
We'll certainly find out.
Well, certainly.
Okay.
Like, you don't even know him yet?
Well, I'm glad I bumped into you because I've been meaning to talk to you, but
Oh.
you can help and talk at the same time.
Oh, perfect. Give me 10 minutes, then we can talk freely, okay?
Okay.
What do you need to do?
All right.
Where are you going?
I just go over to the side and I ritual summon unseen servant.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So how do you?
Brywynn, you and Al just probably...
He ducks
You-
behind a shed.
you-
Don't worry, my little helper is on it now.
You guys are probably just like... hear him mumbling and doing some weird stuff, and you just kind of stop what you're doing and like, what the hell is this guy doing? Because like there aren't you haven't really seen much, like there aren't too many magic users in the town.
No.
So like you haven't seen somebody ritual summon before, most likely. So you just
I'm a
see
ritual
him.
caster.
Yeah, you can do some.
Are there first level spells that are ritual though?
Mm-hmm.
Have
Unseen
you ever
servant is
done
one.
a ritual spell? Also, his magic is much different
Probably
than
once or
your
twice,
magic.
but I probably don't do it very often.
Like, your preparation to a spell is much different than his. They're probably just like, what the hell is this guy? He comes here saying he's gonna help, and now he's like sitting there.
He walked away.
And he talks to us first for some reason. It's like, I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Okay.
You might be... He probably goes behind something, actually.
Oh, probably.
And you're like, what the heck? Is he like taking a dump behind the wall over there?
I'll clean that up later.
He's making more work.
And he's making like you hear him like mumbling and stuff.
Did you not even pick up on my joke 2 seconds
He
ago? I
didn't.
said he ducks behind something and he comes out and it's like, don't worry, my little helper is on it now.
I didn't get that.
Okay. So anyway, after 10 minutes, I come back and be like, okay, were you guys shoveling as I was walking back?
Probably. Still.
All right.
Yeah.
So then I just take the shovel and I toss it to my side. I'm like, all right, just copy that for the next hour. And then you see the shovel start moving and moving manure.
Well, that's helpful.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there like a magical glow around it at all?
It's an unseen servant. Don't see it at all.
But it probably has shit on its boots now, so...
Probably.
Yeah.
They hover, I believe. I don't think they actually have footprints or anything.
Yeah.
That's really disappointing.
Isn't their carry limit like 5 pounds though?
Nope.
What?
It can do anything.
Pandas.
It can do anything a servant can do. It can fetch things, clean things, bend things, fold things, light fires, serve food, pour wine.
It doesn't say anything about a lift limit or anything?
It's got a strength of 2, so not a lot. So it'll take a while to do the manure, but it'll help.
I mean...
Like any servant, though, I guess. You could...
Right.
Yeah. You,
It's not gonna be crazy great, but...
You see the manure, moving, but it's like a quarter of a shovelful each time. So, like, you guys were, like, pushing a bunch, whereas, like, this thing, like, can barely get anything with the shovel. The shovel doesn't... Yeah. It's gonna take a really long time for it to do anything. Anything meaningfully helpful.
Okay.
Still doing it, though. Still doing it. Just saying. We can go about our business. We can't go more than 60 feet away from it. I can't go more than 60 feet away from it, because otherwise it will not be there. But...
It's not there already.
I look at Al and I just shake my head like...
I tried to get... I didn't catch his name. But the guy that was at the front, that I tried to get 2 shovels, because then I could do it, and Mr. Man here could do it. Or Miss She, I don't know.
Uncle Theodore?
Yes. I tried to get 2 shovels, but he didn't trust me with 2 shovels for some odd reason. So now I only can kind of help. I was going to do more.
He's not gonna do it himself. He's just gonna make the servant kind of do it.
Okay. So Brywynn is gonna toss you the shovel she was using.
Oh, no. Oh.
Alright,
He face with the manure shovel.
Like a spear.
Okay.
So you're gonna shovel with that one, and I will go get myself another one.
Or, better yet, I could do it again. I can make another one appear.
How about you just do the work yourself?
But we could just get like we could get so many people to do it, and then we wouldn't have to do anything. They can make it like a big pulley chain, and they just basically you, and it just keeps going on, down the whole way, and then we don't have to hardly do any work, and we can work on something else.
Taking so much longer to get the simple things
But
done.
they'll do it. Then we can do something else.
Um,
I'm not unwilling to do it. I'm just trying to think of what's most efficient of our time.
but efficiently, you should do it because you asked to help.
I'm going to.
But it's also going to take less time if you do the work yourself.
Potentially.
I think it will.
Alright, we'll give it a shot.
Okay. So Brywynn goes and gets another shovel and comes back. And I look at Myles and I forgot where I was going to go with this. Oh, I turn to you. And we're shoveling still.
He's shoveling the wrong way.
Like
Pushing
this?
it the completely wrong way.
Rains down on you.
Myles, are you planning on...
Am I planning on shoveling for a while? I thought you said this would be faster.
Oh, Myles, it smells absolutely horrible, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah.
You have never, like, really done
guys are
farm work before. It is a pretty terrible smell.
The
and
only
like,
reason he's doing okay is because he's got a 14 con. Otherwise, he'd be puking.
yeah,
He
he
gets
is-
some in his mouth, so, you know.
Yeah. He's not loving this. But he's doing it.
yeah, it's pretty tough. And you try to, like, walk only on the spots where they already, like, scraped. but like obviously you can still scrape to the side of those spots, but like yeah, you're not having a good time
It's
at all.
slippery. It's you're sinking in. You might lose a boot. Are you do you have fancy shoes?
They're not bad shoes.
Not anymore.
Do you know prestidigitation? Okay, just
That's a
curious.
shame.
Okay.
So I know you're seeking for a home for your bear, Gracie.
Yes. Fantastic bear.
If you were to leave her back where you are originally from,
Okay.
is there any plans for you in Triboar? Like, are you gonna stay? Do you plan to contribute to the town or go somewhere else?
I don't know for sure yet. My family wasn't like they do trades and stuff, so I'd maybe help them out a little bit, but most of my time would be with Gracie.
Okay. So just to be clear, you only came here to Triboar and other towns around here to look for a better home for Gracie.
False.
False?
Yes.
Okay, so there's another reason besides Gracie that
True.
you're here. And what's that?
Oh, I came because I'm a bit of a comedian, and so I'm trying to make it to Waterdeep. My dream is Waterdeep because that's like a
Okay.
big city. So I want to play at a tavern or on a stage or something in Waterdeep. So that's my end goal. One of my end goals. I don't know how accepting they are of pet bears.
So
Well, I don't want to consider her a pet. More of a friend. A friend bear.
okay.
Glad you stopped there, though. More of a lover.
There's my wife.
You okay?
It did not come out my nose, so that was good.
So the fair is going on right now, correct?
No.
There's a fair?
This is the
No, couple months.
The whatever. The skills
Yes,
camp.
you
or
can
whatever
learn
is
how to
going
do
on
things.
now.
Okay.
Yes, all of you would technically know about the the Autumnal Guild Fair in Waterdeep. You guys would all know every autumn. So during the Harvest Festival, there is a guild fair that basically there are a bunch of different guilds there, and
It's
they're
like a career
looking.
fair.
Yeah,
nice.
kind of like a career fair.
Spent most of my college years avoiding those.
Yeah, just if there are different guilds you're interested in, any sorts of types of guilds. Yeah, that may benefit you, or you think you would, well, I guess in general you would only look for ones that benefit you. Granted, they also do things like, hey, if you're setting up trade routes with them, if they're ones that do specific trade goods or craft goods, you would basically talk to them about that there. So,
Got it. Trade show, career fair.
yep.
Yeah.
So I think you could get your shot here as a comedian.
Appreciate it.
I obviously haven't seen how funny you can be on stage,
That's much different.
but
Clearly in real life, it's lacking.
Gotta start somewhere.
But I think if you try, and I don't think there's going to be a home here for Gracie, you might be able to get to Waterdeep. But again, you'd have to leave her at home.
What if I found a cave near here that she could stay in? Because I could talk with the goblins, and then she could live with the goblins, and they could be happy. Because she could help protect them.
If you promise that she won't harm anybody, or the goblins, you could ask Teo if he will allow that. Yes, I guess.
That's fair. But can
Because
you
last
promise...
time they let in a wild beast totally went so
But
well.
can you promise that Adari won't hurt any more people? Exactly.
Dari-
You can't control other beings.
Adari has
No offense.
animal nature.
I'm not there.
She's not there.
Not that you guys can see.
Right.
Adari has animal nature that is her own story to tell if she ever tells it. But
Exactly. Gracie is her own living creature. I can neither confirm nor deny anything that she would do. I can encourage her not to harm them. Absolutely. But I can't promise anything.
Dari hasn't harmed anybody yet, so...
True.
if she comes in,
Emotional damage! It's very different than
Fair.
physical damage.
if you can promise that she comes into town, she won't harm anybody.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Then, if the goblins allow it, I'm willing to allow it.
Excellent.
Obviously, once you leave for, like, say, Waterdeep to try to pursue your career, she would need to find a new home or go back to where you're from.
She would join me probably.
That too.
I figured you guys would probably go with me because you guys are great inspiration, to be honest.
I mean,
Borderline insulting.
I mean, sure, if we find jobs along the road and we have missions and whatnot.
Well, there's always ways to make money if you need that and entertain yourselves.
I'd have to make sure Triboar is set.
Thinking the same thing.
Yep. Y'all.
I feel like I missed something.
You did.
Money for sex.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I mean, I was thinking stripping, but I mean,
Oh
close.
no, I was thinking
I
what
was
you
thinking
said.
that,
Alright, close enough.
We weren't thinking the same thing, Trevor. Never mind.
But yeah, maybe one day we could set out.
That'd be awesome because you guys, not as talkative yet, but you guys seem like a very good group.
I mean, I would have to talk it over with the rest of us, but you would probably have to prove your loyalty and
That's
help us out a
understandable
lot
and
more
fair.
before you're welcomed in as a member.
That's pretty understandable and
town.
fair. Yeah, could see why that'd be a thing.
As he's like standing there with the shovel, not shoveling right now, and chatting with you.
Yeah.
My servant is doing
We're still
something.
shoveling, Al and I.
Using the wrong end.
Probably at this point.
Like Miles definitely was shoveling, but like as you like started talking to him, and every time he like started talking, he definitely like would stand there with his shovel and wouldn't be like multitasking like that. Definitely.
After like a couple scoops of talking, probably.
Mm-hmm. If he like had to really think about it, he'd be the one that would stop, just because he hasn't done it before.
So then I'll go back to Miles and be like, Miles, you have to keep scooping the manure to help out.
Oh. For how long?
Until it's picked up.
Where are we putting it again? Like, I see this pile, but does the pile just stay there?
Good question.
Just something, just like, are we feeding something?
There's like a more of a pit that you almost like.
That's okay. That's what I was
push it into.
assuming. Okay,
I was gonna say, and then round planting time, they probably take the manure and spread it across the field.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Okay,
Just
okay.
a quick run. Okay. Yeah, we put it in a pile and we use it again come planting season.
Ah, smart recycling.
Mm-hmm.
Does it smell year round?
Yeah, it's manure.
Does it
What
get
smell?
does it get worse as like it piles up and gets higher and like this little pit here it's like this and then
I mean, honestly, you get used to it after being here for a few days.
It's like, I don't even smell anymore.
Yeah, removing it from the pit is the bad part.
Yeah.
Disturbing it.
I see. Okay.
So, are you gonna keep helping or?
Oh yes.
Yeah, guess so. Then I guess we'll just finish
All right.
whenever.
Yeah. It probably takes you guys like an hour or so to finish moving it all into the pit. The servant maybe did like, if you want to count all the shovelfuls, like
2.
a total of 4. You know, because it probably did a whole bunch, but it only does a tiny bit. So like a total of 4.
Did something. Did something.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you guys finish up that. When you go to leave, I'm assuming you're leaving. Theodore gives you your 5 copper pieces for helping out for the day. Thank you for helping out for the day.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, sir.
You're welcome.
Let me know if you have anything tomorrow.
We will. If you want to come back, we definitely will.
Not to be mean, but I might go to other farms too, just to see if they need help as well. You know.
See if it's not poop related.
Understandable.
I turned to Theodore as a joke, and I'm like, "Do I get some?"
Sure. Here's your 5 copper pieces.
Oh, I'm just joking, but thanks, Uncle.
I mean, you probably helped out better than he did.
Fair. I most certainly probably did.
A little
You help out quite
white
a bit, so.
bird lands on your shoulder with a black speck on its leg.
Adari's here.
Adari goes.
She sees it in my hand.
Adari was sitting in a tree watching them shovel for a while. I was like, I'm not going down there.
I'm going here.
She's like, she'll put it
That's
to work.
deeper than I am tall. Just lands on Brywynn's shoulder. Just like,
I mean, Theodore probably recognizes her, so.
Yeah.
Hi, Dari.
she just whistles a little tune.
Tune.
Yeah, just a little tune.
I like the new form.
Probably was a form she was able to take on a while ago because it's just a little bird.
Little Tweety.
It's not an eagle or anything.
I mean-
that would be dope. But it's not an eagle.
It's just like
When-
a little chirping
Just
bird.
a little, yeah.
When did you start learning how to do flying creatures, though?
Oh, never mind. I can't do flying creatures.
Oh,
You
okay.
do a
I'm
bird
like,
that can't fly, I guess.
A penguin.
You could be a little chipmunk.
Penguin just
jumps out of a tree.
Oh, I was gonna say an ostrich, but sure.
Lands on
That's
Brywynn.
too.
I didn't know what level, because you are Moon, so I didn't know if Moon Druid got
Okay.
flying earlier.
It'd just be
Little squirrel.
fine. We'll do like a squirrel. Little
Flying
white
squirrel.
Technically,
Lands
flying
on-
squirrels don't fly.
So
I know,
they-
a
so
gliding
you could.
squirrel.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
could be
so
a
you like
flying squirrel.
and like land on Brywynn's shoulder, and you know, she
Or
almost,
you
like,
miss and you
falls
go
over.
right into her face.
Yeah, just a normal squirrel.
Just pick her off.
Oh, okay.
Just white, fluffy,
Okay.
with a black spot on its leg.
It's left leg.
Yep. The hip region.
Yep.
She's still points.
Have you seen the rest of the crew that we hung out with yesterday and the day before?
Nope.
Nope. Oh.
Bro's probably at his farm, and so is probably Kasumi.
Hopefully they're doing okay. Maybe I'll see them tomorrow.
Maybe. I'm sure we're all going to be there for your performance.
I hope so. It'll be pretty great, I think. I heard he's pretty funny.
We'll see.
We'll see.
That's fair.
All right. Anything else throughout the day then? You guys have any other plans? No.
Nothing.
Going back to your house in town, I'm sure you would walk by there at one point. Actually, no, I guess Theodore and jeez, I already forgot her mom's name. Anyways, they would thank you for saving the cows and getting them back. I was going to say they were going to leave a note, but I'm like, wait a minute, you're literally helping on their farm, so.
I'd just be like,
And
it's
you
what
probably
family
do
does.
fairly often.
And Elle helped in her ways.
Yeah, she did most of the killing, but
They don't need to know that.
Yes, let's do. Sometimes.
But yeah. I probably talk to him about family stuff, but that's not
Okay.
it. Just to catch up.
Sounds good. If nobody's doing anything else special throughout the day, then the day goes by. Nothing special at night or anything.
I would search for a book and see if I can find one. And I'm going to have my unseen servant read to me as I fall asleep.
Can it talk? I don't think it can talk.
If it can't, no. But, like, is it going to harm anything? No.
What it's doing is it's holding the book and flipping the pages, but you hear nothing.
It's all in my head.
Yes, that's probably.
Alright, fine.
Like he's just falling asleep to the flipping of the pages.
Would you ask, like, Brywynn or anybody?
Yeah,
like,
see if
for
they
a
have
book?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you would probably have some books. I don't know.
Probably none that he'd be in.
I mean,
Identifying
your choice
plant
to.
life.
Casper the friendly ghost.
Yeah, that's fine.
Bad. I need to terrify him.
What else do you do throughout the day, though, Brywynn? I guess I know it's nothing like interesting.
Probably just walk around the forest, see if I can find anything interesting or abnormal. Maybe hunt a little bit or practice shooting the bow and arrow.
Okay. So at your normal hunting spot,
Yes.
or I guess practicing spot more so, a familiar person comes up or surprises you a little bit because you're training a little bit. You know, you're shooting a specific tree or whatever, and
Dari's just sitting by her, watching her shoot.
Yep. You hear, or you're a little startled by, "Oh, Brywynn!" It's, you recognize it to be Maverick.
Okay.
Glad to see you made it back.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you guys were gone for a few days, and I was getting concerned.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a journey to get there and back, but we found the cows and we did it right. And
Yeah, I'm glad.
yeah.
Glad you helped out. I heard you guys killed some goblins.
Yeah, not my finest moment. I'll still say thank you for saving my first victim, and I'll kind of point to Dari.
Hi, Dari. Glad to see you are doing well as well.
But yeah, there was a few casualties.
And then there was something about you sleeping at the goblin place. What?
Yeah, so we met this new guy. His name's Myles. I made the mistake of letting him try to explain stuff, and he was really exhausted. That was my bad.
That was really strange hearing that, like, you killed these goblins and, like, befriended them, and all of a sudden you, like, were sleeping in their place. It was just strange to me.
Yep, typically not my style.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we were trying to find the cows, and we were finding them, and they kind of ran away. Or the ones that were still alive ran away. And we needed somewhere to sleep, and so we tried to sleep, but it didn't happen, because then we found John, who was stealing the cows, and we kind of made everything right. We made up with the goblins, though, so everyone should be happy.
It just seems weird that, I don't know, you would sleep in someone's place after killing some of their people. But anyways, did they have, like, a fairly big place or something? Like, for visitors?
I don't know how welcome they'd be to visitors, but it was a fairly big...
Weren't you guys technically visitors?
Technically, no.
He, like, looks at, like, Adari, like, confused.
So we went in there, just not on good terms. Adara here kind of went a little animal-like. And I kind of give her a look like, it's your fault. But yeah, so we ended up fighting them, and then when they ran away, we just ended up staying the night-ish.
So
In their vacant home.
You drove them out of their home and then proceeded to stay in their home?
Well, we needed a roof, and
Oh.
it just happened to be that way. And we were still trying to figure out, like,
Okay.
who stole the cow, so we didn't really sleep. We just kind of explored, and then we found the stealer, the thief.
I buried the bodies. Respectfully.
How many did you kill?
Me and Al. Oh no, one was Ro, I think.
Oh, okay.
Ro cut one in half. I killed one with a firebolt by accident.
Four.
So there's 4.
More than there were survivors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But one of them couldn't be buried because it was in acid. So I only buried 3.
Yeah. But after that,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I think, did someone say something about making trade with them too? I'm confused. Your friends made trade, but you killed some of them.
I very quietly curse under my breath. Damn it, Miles.
Like.
Yeah. So, okay. Long story short, Maverick. And I just put my bow away and everything because we're gonna be talking.
So, are they civil? Like.
Civil?
They seemed. I mean, if they want to make trade with us, then I would assume they're more civil, but if you killed them, they sounded like they would not. I'm just confused about the whole situation is all.
Yeah, so when we first attacked them...
He's like fiddling with his, he has like an emerald amulet that he's had ever since you've known him. He's like flipping in his hand.
Yeah, so I know this looks bad, and based on my history, parts of it that you know. So when Brywynn was attacked, I don't know who attacked first, to not complicate it. I defended Adari, and then like everybody kind of piled in and was fighting each other. Some casualties happened. There were some losses on their side. Adari had buried them for peace and like goodwill.
He like leans in. He's like, it sounded like Adari like started it though.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
It sounded like you guys like ran into their home kind of and like charged them. And he's trying to be really quiet, but like you have high enough passive perception, you definitely hear it.
I just nod.
But yeah, so then fighting happened, and we met Teo. He was the goblin that we negotiated and talked with after the fight. I was the one to be like, okay, we're done. Kind of like we just want to talk. And after a little convincing of the group, we all just talked it out. After we had met back up with them the next day. Right, the next day. Yeah, the next day. And Teo was just taking like our cows and livestock from this John person because they needed to survive. And I said if they stopped taking stolen property, that Triboar could help trade like foods and goods that they would need to survive.
I mean, that makes sense. Still not very cool that you guys killed
Yeah,
some
I
of
know that.
them if they were that civil.
I
But,
know it kind of goes
uh,
against your whole personality and perspective.
I didn't kill any of them.
Good to hear it, Darby. Granted, you
You won't
charged.
kill anybody.
You did charge. It sounded like you charged in there, but like.
I was a wolf.
I'm sure you were a cute wolf. You make the cutest animals.
I'm a little concerned on who he has the crush on. But I get if that puts us at a difficult position, but it happened and I couldn't control it, unfortunately. You won't always, I'm not gonna always have a doctor to help every injured person that we come across.
Understandable. I'm sure it was kind of adrenaline was pumping and everything, and
It had to be done.
Darn.
Yeah, definitely.
Why were the goblins needing the cows?
They were using their bones. So they would eat the meat, and then they would store their bones in salt. And I'm not gonna get hauled into this whole thing.
Adari corrects you in your head. Meat and salt. Bones to witch. You would take the bones and give them to the witch.
Oh yes,
Meat is preserved in salt.
just pretend I didn't say that. The meat was in the salt, and then the bones they just kind of piled up for other reasons, which I'm not entirely sure on. But yeah,
Interesting.
that was pretty much our journey. We found the cows and came to an agreement.
How are they going to get
I
them?
healed the cows.
Yes, you can thank Adari. She healed the cows.
Good job, Dari.
She kind of took
I
on your
remembered.
role.
Good job. Proud of you. Proud of you.
Adari watched him heal things. That's how she learned.
How are they? Just because it doesn't sound like they have other trade, how are they going to get money, get gold to trade for cows? It sounded like you were opening trade routes. I just would assume they must somehow be getting money some other way.
One second.
They get money from the witch.
Thank
Money
you.
and hexes.
They get stones.
Oh no, that's right. They get stones.
So they get these stone things.
I don't think you even looked at the stones. You just know that they have stones.
They're stone thingies.
You know that they didn't have gold.
So I know they don't have gold, which is a common currency in our town, but I'm sure in ways that they could pay differently for their goods that we will trade for them with them.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I guess we'll cross that road when it comes to it. But for now, we will see what happens.
Okay. I guess if you guys are the ones keeping those trade routes open, I guess that works. As long as you guys are figuring that out or whatever. I'm not much of a, the person that trades with goods with people, so I'm more so city doctor. So, yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I just wanted to come and say hi, and I was glad you made it back.
Well, thank you for your concern.
welcome. All right, have fun training.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Bye, Dari.
Once he leaves, I turn to Adari and I'm like, oh. I mean, I dodged a bullet with that one at least. Adari doesn't care.
And Dari's just like,
Uh-huh. Yep, and I just go back to practice.
doesn't understand it.
Bullet? What's a bullet?
I miss. Yeah, whatever. You knew what I meant.
All right. Yeah, you go back to training.
That's my character.
All right. Nothing else special with you guys?
Nope.
Then just a regular evening, nightly chores, etc.
Is he performing tonight or
The
tomorrow?
next day.
Okay.
Yep. Nobody's doing any other special discussions. Then we will move into the next day. I'm sure Miles probably would have at least, like, somehow got around to all of you guys telling you about what time. Would you have went to other farms and stuff, actually? You mentioned you were going
basically, wait, to help or to inform?
Word.
Yeah, are you just looking to inform, or are you going to, like, actually help other farms and stuff a little bit?
Depends on if I have extra time. If I have even a few hours, yes, I would help. Because I really only need maybe an hour to spread the word.
I mean, you also don't know your way around here, so
Right.
maybe it would take longer than an hour, but...
Do you have thaumaturgy?
No.
So that would make your voice loud enough that you could just make it.
But I have my horn.
Would you specifically, would you have asked anyone where Kasumi lives?
Pretty unlikely. Because right now I'm just looking to help people.
You would have been like, yeah, I have extra time, and you would have helped a bunch of people. You would have gotten extra, we'll say 7 copper for the day of shoveling poop for the most part. A lot of them didn't trust you with actually tending to any animal things.
Yeah.
And you then get to the end of the day and you're like, shit, I did not see Kasumi at all. Kasumi, yes. At all. Maybe I'll find her tomorrow. It's kind of your thought.
Pretty much. And then, I mean, we can go into it tomorrow, but tomorrow I'd probably look a little bit more for what her house might look like. But, like, you can't really tell.
Yeah, you can't tell.
So, I would look for chickens, though. I know you have chickens, or had chickens.
Had.
I don't know how many they took. So, I would look for chickens, which would narrow down, I would think, okayly.
So you actually would do that? You would go to houses that, like, supposedly have chickens?
I mean, the next day.
Yeah, the next day.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, quite a few houses have some chickens.
Yep. Do they have chickens and cats?
The cats probably wouldn't be outside, though. For the most part, they'd have, like, a pen in the back. But
You might see some in the window.
I mean,
though.
a
You
lot
might
of
have some
cats
inside.
do, like, roam.
yeah, I mean, it would be like a
farms
chicken
in
coop
general.
kind of farm thing.
Yeah.
A chicken coop for cats, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You wouldn't let them, like, roam further?
They'd be outside roaming, but in a fenced-in area. Chicken-wired area.
I was gonna say they're cats, Linnell. They kind of can climb and
false.
get out of most things.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but if she feeds them and stuff, they
Yeah,
won't go far.
if you feed them, they would, like, stay in the area.
Yeah. So I looked around for a cat chicken farm.
The elusive cat chicken.
You don't find any cat chickens for some
Interesting.
reason.
Interesting. I do find chickens though. So I just go to
Yes,
pretty much
you
everyone
find-
that's a chicken farm.
Occasionally,
Yep. Do you-
just to mess with the
when-
Dari, there's a white chicken. Black spot.
When you go to the chicken farms, do you ever
Chickens don't
ask
fly.
for her name specifically, now that you are more so looking for her house? specifically?
I would, yeah.
Okay.
At some point.
Yeah, you'd probably go to like 4 different houses that have. Oh, I saw a couple cats walking around, and also, or like a cat even.
Yeah.
And definitely can like hear chickens or whatever.
Right.
Like you definitely like drop by.
Yeah. Start at 3 a.m.
Yeah. you go to like 8 different houses, and after that you're like, okay, I need to ask somebody, like,
this is getting me nowhere.
Yes. I need to like, yep. Eventually you probably just like call out her name at some of them, and a lot of them like, nope, she does not live here. And eventually one's like, her house is like over there, and like points you, like names a color or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I know we didn't like define colors of homes, but like would point you in the direction of her house.
Right.
And well,
That's pretty
a lot of them might not actually know you.
Blue.
So yeah, I would say you would go to probably like 8 more actually asking about her,
Right.
and then like one of them just happens to
have seen me walking home.
Right.
Or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would happen to be like, oh yeah, she's that one lady, girl, whatever.
Yeah. Keeps to herself, pretty
Fame.
quiet.
Yeah, she's pretty quiet. So, yeah, she lives in the house over there.
Got it.
Literally, like, across the street. Her chickens and stuff are a little bit more, like, hidden than others even.
That makes sense.
I'm closer to the woods.
that house.
Makes sense.
And, yep, so you'd go over there. It's probably afternoon even by this
Probably.
point.
And I wouldn't be outside. I wouldn't be tending the fields or anything, because at that point you're
Yeah,
done.
sitting out by noon or
Yeah.
afternoon.
Not when the sun's the highest.
Right.
If you do see any of the cats that she has, they are definitely like sleeping in the sun.
Oh, same.
It looks like the sun murdered all of the cats.
But they enjoyed it.
Yeah. Litter of bodies all over.
Right. Alright, I'll just go up to the door.
Oh, you scared Cass. It's okay. It's okay.
One of the cats woke up. Yeah.
She's gone.
You're rah, 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 and you're just attacked from behind. I not in that, as far as you know.
No, that was good. I'm just gonna. Is there any like windows?
Yeah, and every house has windows. I mean,
I'm just gonna look over just to see if like something bad happened, basically. Not to like actually peek inside and
you're
see.
looking for flies in a crime scene.
Just yeah, see if something bad happened. Because like, it could have.
Curtains?
No.
No curtains?
Probably not during the day. I'd have them open.
Okay.
I didn't know if it'd be like curtains. Shit. Curtains. Damn it. Please window.
Oh, the curtains.
But yeah, if you have the curtains open during the day, then
Yeah.
So if I peek into like the main floor one living room area, probably would you be there? No. Alright. Well, I hope this was it, or I hope it wasn't it. I guess wasn't it, because then I could keep looking and I could still find her.
It's like a super tiny house.
Right, but I mean, like maybe this isn't actually your house.
Oh.
That kind of thing. Maybe they told me wrong. I would maybe just kind of. Is it a fenced? You said.
The chicken coop is fenced in.
Oh, but nothing else,
But,
guys.
yeah.
So I maybe just kind of.
You
stroll-
can wander. The fields are right around the house. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, I kind of just stroll around the yard a little bit, see if I see you or anything.
Do you see me?
roll
No.
perception.
Probably not. 9 plus not much.
I mean, if he spends enough time, I don't know how long he's spending, but like,
I mean,
You're
I
at
have nothing.
12?
Yeah,
Let's see if I can.
12. I mean, I have nothing else to do, so I'd probably spend a good couple hours.
Oh,
Because I assume it's a fairly big-ish yard, so maybe.
I
an
mean, but
hour.
if you wouldn't actually go in the house or anything, is it a 2-story house?
No.
No? Okay.
It's tiny.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go in the house.
The door would probably be locked anyway. But,
Probably.
yeah.
Does that matter?
You actually rolled higher than I did for
Oh.
stealth. So you hear something on the roof of the chicken coop.
Because is that you or a chicken? Bok bok.
Oh my gosh.
The chickens like start going like crazy.
I will.
Better than having a fox.
I will cast
To attack.
Minor Illusion
Oh.
to put a ghost right in front of him
Okay.
and then make it disappear.
Oh, natural 20. Yeah.
He's like, psh.
You would probably even notice that, like,
She
because you
was-
heard something up there, you would probably even, like, see her hand motions a bit, and then you would see the ghost, and you're like, that's the ghost that I've been seeing.
Yeah. I wouldn't say.
No, he barely got. So you probably didn't see me. You just heard.
I mean, with the natural 20, I think I would be able to tell where it was coming from.
No, that wasn't like a where is it coming from. I thought it was like a are you spooked?
Right, but I
Yeah.
mean, I guess depending on DM, but it'd be kind of the same.
Because
thing if
you
I
would
could
need to be
tell.
able to see him to do minor illusion in front of his
Yeah.
face.
Yeah. And what's the distance on that?
60 feet.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
I knew that there's one.
Chicken coops aren't that tall.
No.
No, I just couldn't remember if it was 10 feet or 60 feet. There's.
Yeah. No, it's not 10. Oh my gosh, that'd be terrible.
It would be super bad, but
Anyways.
But I'll climb over the thing once you say bok bok. Oh my god. Jeez.
hey, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. What do you? Do you mind if I ask why you were up there?
The sun is highest.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
I was just visiting, saying hi. I saw a
Okay.
couple of the other group yesterday, so I was just making my rounds, making sure everybody's still okay.
Yeah.
Rested.
Okay.
Just allergic to it. It's fine.
She knows it too. She's coming closer.
Oh, I didn't.
Just making sure everybody's okay.
Alright.
See if you need any help around the farm.
No, I got
Okay,
it.
okay.
It's a tiny farm.
Okay, well that doesn't mean you don't need help. Everybody needs help now and again.
It's all good.
Okay. Well, if you're interested, I'm doing a comedy show tonight at the tavern.
I heard.
Okay. It'd be awesome if you're there. If you can't make it, I understand. That's
Is
fine.
it gonna actually be funny?
How
I've
do you-
heard some of your jokes.
How do you qualify funny?
Will I laugh?
Somebody will laugh.
Will it be you?
I don't know yet.
Oh boy. Well, I am there to see that train wreck.
Thank you.
I mean, what? Cart wreck? There's no
Yeah.
trains. Cart wreck.
Caravan
That
collapsal.
caravan disaster.
Yeah. Yep. It'll be perfect.
That
It'll be
caravan
perfect.
disaster.
Excellent. I look forward to it.
I will be there in some capacity.
Okay. Enjoy the sun.
I will.
No.
I kind of crawl back to the other side.
I don't know how late you were planning to do your show, but I feel like it'd be very close to the time because it literally took you all day to find
It did.
her.
Yeah. In my head, it was 4, 5 o'clock at this point, and I was thinking 6:37.
Yeah, so you have an hour or something.
Right.
You're it's getting really close to time. I probably should get there.
Yes. So then I meander
Or
on over.
prepare whatever you have to prepare. I
Right.
don't know if you have makeup and stuff you do for
No, he
it.
doesn't. He actually doesn't. Yes.
Disguise kit and everything.
He's a different person when he goes up there.
Certainly should be.
Is that looks like his clothes, but I don't think that's
Who is
that?
Starts talking completely different voice.
Different accent.
Yep.
Everything. It's a female. Just way off. of
Wearing a
what
wig. But a bad wig.
Yes. Attempting to be a Goliath, but not succeeding.
Wearing really tall stilts.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Pretty much.
That's how they do it.
Exactly. Best way. Yeah, no, I would wander back there.
Alright, you wander back to the tavern.
And if it's close, I would follow him, but he hopefully wouldn't notice me.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't notice me.
Natural 19, 22.
Ooh, maybe you do then.
For what?
She's followed me to the tavern.
Yep, it's almost showtime.
Nope, 17. You do notice me.
Ooh, I don't say anything.
Awful kind of you. I'm being
just
extra stealthy.
But do you notice him noticing you?
Perception? Probably not. 17?
You probably would. He probably isn't being stealthy.
I don't even bother to
Like-
be stealthy. I just follow him then.
Yeah.
Straight follow.
I mean-
straight stalking.
Exact steps.
You're trying to be stealthy, but like you do notice him like
Kind of look back.
like his focus like stays for a while somewhat in your direction, and then you'd be like, oh, he saw me.
And he'll just.
Yeah, and then you would probably kind of give up on being
Yeah.
sneaky.
I keep going. Can't stop, won't stop.
Alright. Yep, you guys make it to the tavern. Would you guys show up at the tavern then too? And you
Brywynn
also,
is definitely there.
when,
Idari is there
So-
in fox form.
when you walk there, you actually notice that Al and Rogar are talking actually outside the tavern. There are a couple other people outside the tavern just like talking. It's a pretty nice day out. Nice cool
Good.
breeze.
Good.
But otherwise a warmer summer day.
Excellent.
Yeah, you see almost like they're maybe waiting for your show, but
Yeah. Good.
for all you know, that might be their everyday thing. But you probably think they're waiting for your show. You're probably like, oh, awesome, everybody's showing up.
In fact, everyone there has absolutely no idea what they're in for.
Probably.
It was like 3 ale and a half drink night or something.
Right. It's like a Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you you walk
Heaviest
in.
drinking on a Monday night.
So to clarify, it's July 17th now.
18th.
18.
But when we got back, it was the 15th.
Yep, and we waited a few days.
Yep.
We've been back for 2 days.
So
The
yeah,
15th, as you got back, yeah, and then you slept,
Yep. And then
and it would be the 17th.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the 17th. Thank you for time tracking. Date tracking, whichever. Yeah, anyways, you walk in and you do see that there is actually a decent amount of people here. You're like, awesome, there are so many people showing up for my show. Kasume, you definitely... Like, you can tell that he almost gets, like, a hop in his step, like, ooh, this is gonna be awesome, there are so many people showing up. But you're, like, kind of laughing to yourself, because you're like, it's definitely supper time right now.
Yeah.
Like, people, this is where a lot of people congregate and just kind of meet their fellow townsfolk and converse, and the time that they eat, you typically don't partake, but you are being...
I'm not gonna crash his hopes by telling
Yeah.
him no one cares.
Yeah, you are kind of being nice to this guy because he
Being
did help you.
supportive.
Yeah, because he did help you, and you're like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Alright.
He invited me, I guess. But yes, everybody is there for supper time.
perfect.
And yep, you go in the back and get ready. Would you guys be showing up at the tavern like early? I don't know what time you would technically go before a show.
No, just around probably when they get there.
Okay.
Around dinner time.
Yeah, they're about an hour before a show would be starting. So like 5:30, about dinner time. I mean, you guys are probably like, yeah, we'll get a bite to eat at the tavern too. So
Yeah, why not?
yep. There is a total of
Double digits.
what?
Nothing.
Total of 14 people, which is quite a few. Like, this isn't a large tavern by
Right.
any means.
Yeah.
There's a total of 14 people in the
Upset.
tavern, though.
So roughly
Wait.
about half the town.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
then-
some of them have kids and stuff, so yeah.
Is your show age appropriate?
It's
There-
and age appropriate.
There aren't any kids in the tavern right now,
Oh,
though.
okay.
Yeah, but like
Scrap
in the
that.
town, you've seen kids in the town before. Yeah, there are quite a few kids, and like the kids' parents basically aren't there. But there
That's
are other patrons there, and two of them seem fairly inebriated at the moment.
My audience.
My kind of people.
It's my people.
All right.
Perfect. Showtime?
Roll a d20.
17.
You're rolling good.
Okay.
Not bad.
All right. Yeah, that was just my own little
Yeah,
thing.
I figured.
That wasn't a performance or anything. So yes, it is now a showtime.
Perfect. Alright, so Myles comes out, and he has one of those masks that covers like half his face and kind of goes down over his mouth. And over his left
Like
eye...
the Phantom of the
I was
Opera.
gonna say.
Maybe, but different. The left eye is actually... It has like a purple gem in it. And then...
It's gonna be theatrical.
Maybe. So a purple gem in it, and then the rest of him is the same. He just has the mask on. Do people... Everybody... I never...
Do you walk out there fancy or anything?
No.
No, just like, yep, you got your... Okay.
Was there anywhere to buy rotten fruit?
No, it's not.
Did Charles put some out?
No, there's no rotten fruit out.
Darn.
Do you ask him about it specifically?
I mean, no, he asked me about it, and I said it was up to him, so...
Yeah, you don't see any sitting out.
He's got it
Behind
behind
the-
the bar.
Behind the bar,
Catapults
though.
launched. Locked and loaded.
Just push the button under the bar.
Yeah.
Good evening, Triboar. My name is Rex. I'm going to be your entertainment tonight.
This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Thank you.
Look at this guy.
I look confused when he says Rex. I'm like,
Alright, so you guys are in for a treat tonight. Hey, welcome. Thank you for joining. Alright, so I have a little bit of a show for you guys tonight.
I think
Alright.
he's famous. Look, he looks so cool.
Thank you. Tip my hat.
Brywynn
Alright.
snickers at that comment.
Alright. Are you guys ready to start the show off? Woo, yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much. Alright. So, you're sitting in a tavern. Oh, funny. We're in a tavern. Get it? Okay. Not the joke. I'm sorry. Had to start off strong. And so this burly orc runs through the store, just like swings it wide open, and he looks around the whole tavern looking for the biggest guy or gal in there. Goes up to him and just kind of like pounds him on the shoulder. Hey, you know who's looking for a fight? The whole table cackles around him. Yeah, we know a guy. They point to this little halfling man that's sitting up at the bar. That guy up there, he's 10-0. I bet you can't beat him. So this orc just goes running up there, pounds him on the shoulder, be like, hey, I heard you like to fight. No response from this little halfling man. Pounds him a little bit harder. Hey, I heard you like to fight. Let's go. I wanna earn some coin. No response still. So he goes back a good 35 feet. Takes a running start, plows smack into the guy, falls to the ground, like bloody, disgusting. Just bruised eye, bloody mouth, everything. He just slowly crawls up bar stool to the bar. He looks at the tavern keep. Tavern keep says, "Yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend that. That's Rod. He goes by Immovable Rod."
I minor illusion crickets. Like the sound. Just do chirp, 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 chirp.
I didn't do it. Yeah.
I don't get it.
I didn't do a whole show because that would just take up too much time. Because we had talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I guess you can roll for performance.
Oh, that didn't go.
You don't get any tomatoes thrown at you, though.
That's good. Performance. That's only a 21.
That is pretty good. You definitely do hear a.
Thank you.
I didn't really get it, but that was good. That was good.
It's in the delivery. It's all in the delivery.
They don't know magic items around here, but it was pretty good.
Thanks. Thank you. I talk to the barkeep if you want me to come back, and then I leave.
Why do I want to come back?
Brywynn just kind of like hurries and says before Myles comes over, like, yeah, he's not making it to Waterdeep.
Because I feel like none of the people here know what a comedy show is.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they were like, why we're confused. Come back for what?
To laugh. No, there's no laughing.
But good job. I mean, they thought it was funny. Overall,
right, yeah.
A lot of them
yeah.
thought it was funny.
It was a great show.
Mm-hmm. He's still in the back.
They just haven't seen comedians. And
Right,
they
yeah.
also have never really heard anybody say if you want them to come back.
Right, fair.
Okay.
Fair.
Very good.
Oh, thank
Do you guys talk to Myles after the show?
I am a fox.
If he comes to us, I mean,
Foxy.
guess.
Yeah, after a few minutes, I go out and just kind of walk
Idari
around
is like
and see if I
circling
can
the floor
find him.
looking for people to drop food.
Jeez.
I catch you and I make you come sit back at the table.
There are some people that like hand her scraps. Because she's adorable.
She needs to be civilized.
Because she's adorable.
I mean, it tracks.
One of the drunken fellows does, because you probably come out after, like without your mask on or whatever, and he's like, "You're the guy that was on stage, right?"
Yeah.
You're the guy that was on stage, right?
Yes.
Your mask was really cool.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I liked it.
Thank you.
Question. So, assuming that people are starting to get inebriated, while Idari is circling the floor looking for scraps, can she pick up like anything people drop, kind of like coin, whatever? Scoop it up.
Sure.
Cool. And I just bring it back to Brywynn, and then I continue around the floor.
I just have a little pile of money at the foot of my chair. Nice.
She finds you a total of 7 buttons.
Shiny buttons.
And
They're shiny buttons.
Well, yeah. Shiny, of course.
And
Gotcha.
2 copper pieces.
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
When her wild shape does wear off, Idari is more interested in playing with the buttons.
She's like, here, you have these. Those are mine. She takes most of them.
Why do people have so many buttons that they're dropping on the floor?
Or are they breaking off?
Maybe when they were laughing, they busted
They
couple
busted
buttons.
their buttons off.
Could be.
We could call him Rex, the button buster.
Right. There we go.
New stage name.
Right.
Yes.
So what did you guys think? Was it, keep in mind, my first show, was it okay?
It was everything I imagined it to be.
I take it.
It was not as horrible as I thought it would be.
I'll take that too.
Granted, you should probably conform to your crowd just a little better.
How do you mean?
No one here has adventured. No one here has heard of a lot of these things you're talking about. You'd do better in a larger town.
Okay.
These are just simple farmers. Do farm jokes.
That makes sense. We'll keep that in mind for the next
Things
show.
they would understand.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Maverick is there. He's like poop jokes.
I do like poop jokes. I just wasn't quite sure which one to go with.
I thought it was pretty good, though.
Thank you.
I thought it was pretty good.
I appreciate it. Who are you again?
I'm Maverick.
Maverick. Nice to meet you. I'm Miles.
Nice to meet you, Miles.
Is he sitting at the table?
Yeah, he'd probably be like near the group a little bit.
Okay.
Does he stand next to Brywynn?
He would probably be standing closer to Brywynn, yeah.
Do you mind if I ask how you know the group?
I actually saved Dari here when
Oh, that's awesome.
Brywynn shot her. But
And Dari picks up a button and hands it to him.
Thank you. But I've known Brywynn for quite a while now.
That's awesome.
We're good.
Friends. Good friends. It's good to have friends.
One of the first people I met in town.
Nice.
Well, it's the first person I met in town.
Well, I appreciate your doctoral duties of helping heal the sick.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And the shot.
And he you notice that he has like an emerald amulet, and you notice that he kind of like has it, and he's like, "Thank you." It seems to be like a
focus.
Not necessarily a focus. I was gonna say
like a anxiety kind of
fiddly. I don't
fidget
know.
kind of?
Yeah, like you fidget.
Oh, sure.
It seems like a natural fidget thing. Habit.
Yeah. Absolutely. Nice. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad you were able to make it to the show.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I was glad I could make it too. It was pretty fun.
Good.
But yes, people around here don't know too much about magic.
That's what I'm experiencing. Which is okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No, that's completely fine.
Yeah, just gotta change it up a little bit.
Is your mask magical?
No.
Okay.
No, just decoration.
Okay.
Yep.
It looks pretty nice, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Does he say hi to Brywynn?
I mean, he's been standing next to Brywynn the whole night, like...
I know, like, I'll just, like, keep glancing up at him, like, are you gonna say something? Like...
I mean, he definitely would have
absentmindedly talked to you.
Yeah,
while
you
waiting
guys
for
would have
the
been
show to start.
talking during the show and stuff. How'd you like the show?
It was something else. I think he could atone to his audience, but he might have potential.
I mean, I feel like you should have got more of the jokes or something, but I got quite a few.
Ooh.
Them fighting words.
A few, yeah. Some that hit home a little more, and my previous, like, before I made it here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I guess I was a little part of that audience he was atoned better for, but we're in a small farm town.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your guys' plans now? We're just going back to day-to-day life. I feel like we worked really well as a group. Right?
Have you told all of us about the flyer yet, or are you just keeping that information
Legit,
to
she said
yourself?
Nope.
I mean,
I totally forgot I was the only one who knew about that.
Yep.
So I mean, there's this thing in Red Lark. You want to read that again? Cause please.
She just walks over and snatches it off the bulletin board.
Yeah.
Read it to everybody.
I'm like, I can read it if you want.
You snatch it off we'll just say you take it off the bulletin board.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is a brightly colored flyer, and So it is red, and it has golden text on it, and like the golden text has black trim to the text. And in large words at the top it says, "Prepared for Autumnal Guild Fair." And then a little bit smaller words, "Need more experience to stand out above the others? Come hone your skills at Red Lark, May 1st through September 1st. And then in smaller text below that, it says, "Tutors of multiple skills are open for new students. Smithing, fletching, cooking, animal handling, hand-to-hand combat, archery, wilderness survival, and tracking." And more. On-the-job training is also available for able participants. And Adari, you probably know how to read by now. You probably read often. So you would definitely notice at the bottom it says, "Class cost may vary." But like, Kasumi and Miles definitely wouldn't like notice it's pretty small text.
Oh, I was
on the
like, I
bottom.
could read, but yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Go, man.
Yeah, so that's happening.
That'd be kind of fun to go to.
So yeah, so we can make a trip out of it if we have the coin and time to leave Triboar for a week or two maybe.
Where is Red Lark?
It's a few days journey from here. I make the trip a few times a year.
Nice. We'd have over a month to learn stuff.
Yeah, it's about 2.5 days from here.
Mm.
Or 2.25.
Someone would have to take care of my animals.
I'm sure if I talk to Uncle Theodore and my aunt that they could potentially help out.
I'm sure they would.
I could explain the situation. I'm sure they allow it.
I can talk to them too.
All right. When do we want to set off tomorrow? Give it like a week to set up our fairs and whatnot.
Is it going on right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
like it started a while ago. Apparently this guy was posting the flyer a little later
Very
than...
late.
Very late. Yeah. A week when we could set out for Red Lark.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We can work on training Gracie to sit and stay better.
Oh, we're bringing Gracie with.
I thought so.
Yeah, that's.
I'll have her stay.
I'm sorry, you're missing-footed bear.
Only 1 foot. Isn't missing. It's fine.
Can you promise you won't harm anybody?
I'm working on it.
Not too convinced.
You only have a week.
She hasn't harmed anybody in 8 months.
Okay. That's a little better than what I was thinking you'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to just stay a little towards the back of the group, though.
Oh, sure. I'll have her stay probably a few hundred feet behind us. Mm-hmm. And then just in case something happens and we can't actually, bring her in or find a cavern, then cave, then we can tell her to, hey, chill here for a while.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool.
We're bringing another animal.
Adari's eyes light
A
up.
bear?
You can't be a bear.
I can. I think I can.
No.
I haven't tried it yet. I think I can.
No. Brian was just like, no.
Adari really debates on trying to turn into a bear inside the tavern. Ultimately decides against it.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Good
she's
choice.
good.
All the tables and chairs are shoved to the side.
Yeah, I thought... I was thinking about going too, possibly. I mean, I don't see medicine necessarily on one of the skills, but... I mean,
you could learn other things for sure.
Yeah.
And
Your boyfriend would be helpful on the trip should something happen to us.
it's not my boyfriend.
He's a boy and he's your friend.
That I will agree with. He is not somebody I have intimate feelings for.
Insight check.
Yep.
Is it even needed?
That's
Hopefully
a cock.
Oh, was it one?
I mean, fair. Mine was only 9.
They're inside checking you, girl. You better roll.
Charisma.
Oh, insight's wisdom. 7.
Ah, she's probably tricking us.
14.
She's tricking us.
Definitely not tricking you, but
But we don't.
You-
We don't believe you at all.
You kind of don't believe her, but you definitely see, like, a disappointed, like, look all of a sudden on Maverick's face.
I figured.
Hidari looks at him and is like,
I feel kind of bad.
she gives him that look like, don't worry. I'll help.
You know.
I mean, I don't know if I am not necessarily leaving as soon as you guys are. I might see you guys there, but...
But should you find our bodies, you could do something about it.
I mean, I'd be.
Preferably a lot. Well, like
I'm with him. What?
Well, to be fair,
What?
because like even right now, you see our bodies, right? She didn't say dead bodies. She said bodies.
Definitely meant dead bodies, but mutilated,
just
torn to
saying.
shreds by your bear, whatever.
Unlikely for me.
Everybody else, though.
He's trying to insight Kasumi
For what?
to see if you were trying to hit on him.
Yes.
What did you roll? What do you want me to... I don't even know.
What would that be?
I don't know. He rolled a 18.
For what?
Were you trying to hit on him? I don't know.
Maybe just charisma.
It's like
Does Nelly think I was? Because I had no idea. I have no idea.
he's just confused. Well, he's a little less confused. At first, he's like, "Do what with your bodies? What?" But after that, he's like, "Oh wait, okay."
You're a doctor, right? You're a healer.
No, that was just him thinking.
Oh.
He wouldn't have said it.
I mean,
He was just like, "What?" And
Maverick-
he was like, "Okay."
if you would like to come, we won't deny. We won't deny you that you can't. It'd be fun to have you come along. Try
Get
not
your
to
minds
be.
out of the gutters, guys. Stop it.
What? You saw the hand motion?
God dang.
Whatever do you mean?
All right.
This is just Kasumi and Miles. Off to the side.
Yep. We'll give up privacy.
No, I mean,
Have their
I
own tent.
might travel by myself sometimes.
Soundproof it.
But yeah, I might see you guys there possibly. We'll see. Maybe I'll try out some archery or I don't know, something like that.
And if you don't see us, she'll see you.
Okay.
I just look at Kasumi.
We'll save you a spot.
And I then look at Miles.
All right. Thanks.
And it does
Well-
no help.
Because I assume it's going to be busy there, so like it'd be nice to have a place to sleep.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm kind of the main physician of the town, so
So you can go for long, I see.
yeah, it's
That's fair.
more so I need to make sure that my regulars are all
Fair.
okay and
That makes sense.
Yeah. just make sure everyone's good before I go. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
We
all right. Well, I will. It's getting kind of late, so
Maybe stop here.
I will.
It's almost 10.
Yeah,
He's still role playing.
basically.
Yeah.
Yep. I will see you guys around town, I guess, for the next few days before you decide to head out. So
All right.
have a good night.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Good night.
Good night. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, good night. Right.
Good night.
Good night, Adari. Yep.
The most enthused she's looked around a person besides Brywynn.
And yeah, he exits the tavern. At this point, most people are out of the tavern too.
Brywynn growls and drops her head onto the table.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And Dari starts taking buttons and stacking them on top of her.
Why are you sucking them?
Just because you have your head down, so she's just like
Well, he seems pretty nice. Seems like a pretty nice guy.
All right. Well, do you guys want to do anything else before we end it?
Probably just head home and because it's night now. I'm assuming.
Yeah, it is like nighttime. Most people left out. There are a few people that are in the bar drinking still, or in the tavern. Sorry.
Just get ready to go to the festival thingy.
It's not a festival.
Thingy.
It's just like a
just
training
like
thing.
Yeah. It's a career camp.
Yes.
No.
It's a training camp.
The career fair
It's a
thing
trade
is
show, career fair.
the career fair itself is during.
It's kind of like football camp before football season.
Yes.
You're talking sports. Do I look like a sports person?
I'm right with you.
I'm saying like you
It
know
is the
that they do that
prologue
sort
to
of
a
stuff.
book.
Like,
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
helpful.
The flyer is specifically for like schooling stuff, whereas you do know that the Autumnal Guild Fair is in Waterdeep or near Waterdeep during the Harvest Festival. So like that is still like months out.
Oh, okay.
So the thing in Redlark is just like a training camp. Like, hey, if you want to get in a specific guild of some sort for like crafting or whatever, then yep, that's kind of where you go to train. And then like, hey, if you want to join that one, you're more likely to be accepted.
It's like an internship. Okay.
Or like, going to college.
Yeah, it's a free internship in which you pay. You don't get paid.
Right.
Cool.
Hey, it said there's on-the-job training, so like, you can train on the job.
Intern.
Yeah, there you go.
As a group, do we have stuff we plan on doing between now and 7 days? Or do we want to pick up at the end of it next session? Or unsure yet?
We might do a bit of like a fast forward 7 days of like us talking. Yeah. And when we come back, we'll just kind of have everyone explain what they kind of did for their main objectives over the few days. Kind of prepping to go basically. And then, we'll...
I mean, we could even be in Redlark when the next session starts.
Unless he might want travel.
Yeah, we can let
we'll
you have
see.
something planned.
We'll see. I mean, it might be a semi-fast travel thing, but yeah. All right. Sounds good. And I mean, it depends on if we fast forward through everything, depending on if there's something specific that might take additional roleplay in town. So,
True.
All right. Anyways, that will be the end of our session then for...
A couple months?
Yeah, a couple months.
At least.
And then we'll have a little one.
New member of the table.
Yeah, a new
She won't be
member.
participating.
Yet.
But.
We might need to bring like the bassinet down here or something. And then Michaela will be able to, maybe sit here with the bassinet there, possibly. Because you'll be able to fit by people afterwards. What?
I say you could end the stream.
Yeah, I can end it now. Anyways, everyone have a great night, and we will hopefully see you in a couple months. If you want to keep track of the next session, when it is, you can always follow us on Facebook, and we will post updates there. So, have a great couple months, and we will see you later. Yes, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.